check that the stream has started. Coming in hot. Oh.
You're damn right I am.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. More fingering.
And there we go.
Nice. And right off the bat. Welcome back. I believe I updated information this time. We are on the road to Adrumm. Last week, our adventurers fought their way up a tower, defeated a lich at level 5, because that lich had lead poisoning. Severe damage to cognitive functionality due to many centuries, 1 or 2 centuries of drinking the lead-painted water.
I call it barely a lich.
So,
trademark.
People have managed to make use of Featherfall to GTFO and have run into the forest back to their cart and donkey and have started heading northward to the dwarven city of, or dwarven kingdom of Adrumm. So, you have all made it to the cart, some of you with more silver than others, due to not taking advantage of the sack of sacks back at the last trade shop that you were at, and instead making some makeshift pseudo sacks out of curtains. Some of you made it out of there with plenty of silver, some of you made it out of there with not as much.
Don't touch my bag.
Don't touch my bag either.
Anyone want to trade?
I'm a pirate. No.
Or in working the reins, getting the cart moving, as there is a group of angry and, as we established, probably mostly constipated kobolds and lizard folk from the tower, uncomfortably giving chase. As you all are gaining ground northward.
Didn't Robbie convince one of them he was a god?
No, I spoke to him through message, so he just heard like a whisper from God. So I didn't like convince them that I was their god. I just convinced him that he heard God.
Missed opportunity. We could have had a cult. We've always wanted a cult.
Absolutely
You're
not.
responsible for a cult, so.
You gotta start your cults fresh. You gotta have.
Good point.
I was gonna make.
Wait, who am I talking to?
I was gonna make some MAGA jokes, but I'm
easily,
gonna move on.
But we're not gonna go down that rabbit hole.
Funny thing was, I was actually trying to see if I could create a dragon cult out of this cult.
Oh no!
For anybody tuning in, we have a pregame time frame meant for random bullshit that is meant to get it out of the way, so that we can then move on into the game. Anyways, as we head north.
Moving on.
Anyway,
on that note, you've all made it out relatively unscathed. Quite a bit richer. Sonari, in particular, attuning to this axe, this great axe that is relatively normal axe on one side, except for some filigree giving just some artwork leading into the other side, which is this open maw of a direwolf in silver that is carved into this like split blade axe like an open mouth, and Sonari's just getting a chance now to like inspect and attune to this crazy axe, occasionally pushing up the gold feathered glasses that she has. Oren kind of looks back and it's like, yeah, we got that identified. It's all it's pretty cool. There's something else going on with it that I'm not sure about.
In what?
In the axe, it's like not fully charged, for lack of a better term. I think if you found a real high up, specialized, artificer or really specialized like wizard that makes stuff like that, you might be able to tweak it.
So like an enchanter?
Yeah. Well, no, an enchanter is someone who manipulates the minds of people that in the world, but yeah, someone who like works on the arcane traditions of equipment and whatnot.
All right. I guess that's all.
What did you find, Lucian?
Oh no, she found it.
Oh, the axe.
My Lucas Lash.
I thought you wielded an axe.
It smells in here.
I also found an axe.
Gotta sit on that
wall.
mute button. The previous axe, a mundane axe, was just thrown out of a window once she found this lupine's lash, it's called.
Ooh,
That's a metal name for an axe.
that's a cool name, yeah.
Yeah. God, this. Right. So we're heading north.
Indeed. You all very, very quickly making just distance to start with, hoping that if you get far enough away from this tower, the kobolds will just essentially give up on their pursuit, as it's probably uncomfortable for them to run anyways. And oh, poor kobolds. The daylight starts to drop a little bit, and some clouds have moved in, and there is a light drizzle that's begun as you're all just keeping on the path northward. You do feel the road kind of wind one way or another. It seems like you're generally going downhill at this point, although not steeply whatsoever, but just noticeably. Occasionally you get to a look out westward over the nearby cliff and can see out over the land. Small little townships in the distance, small little trails of smoke from random cabins, people tending to the fields of grain that they oversee. A well irrigated with some sort of properly designed infrastructure that gets water out into all these lands. And you are approaching the time of night where you would make camp. What's Charlie thinking?
Hey, does anyone speak Goblin?
Oh, I do, actually. Fun fact.
I totally forgot when we were on that island. I stole this and I pulled up the Goblin Journal that I stole from that boat in section 3.
How do you still have that?
Island.
I forgot about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We crash landed on an island and were pulled into the throes of capitalism.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes,
those
that
those
sounds bad.
damn sea elves.
That wasn't either of us. I'm pretty sure that was.
Oren looks back and it's like, that's weird. Sea elves are usually, socialist. And he keeps like...
Yeah, here, and I'll just pass you the Goblin Journal so I can get it out of my inventory.
Story time. I open it and start reading it to everyone like a story book.
There is an uncomfortably sexual poetry.
I skipped those parts. I skipped
No,
those
you
parts.
read those out loud.
No, I don't. But he definitely does do like a...
Given Ravi's predilections towards the subject matter, there is an awkward whether or not you start to read, and it's just I appreciate all of your and that's about as far as you get, and then you realize it's all.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
You all,
Just lewd
oh,
fan
you all
fiction.
watch.
the whole journal.
Yeah, you all watch Ravi pause, like hold the page, and then pass to the next page, and the next page, and the next page, and the next page.
Would you like me to set it
There's
on
a, and then
fire?
there's a moment where you find a poem you think you can read.
He does what?
You get halfway through this poem about a pumpkin recipe, and then realize it's also about sex.
It's just innuendos.
Right.
What with a pumpkin?
So it should be.
How do you even fit that in there?
So the goblin in question was the horny on main third wheel to a hookup party that happened where some sea hags came ashore to find partners. There were 3 goblins, there were 2 sea hags, and so the goblins had I believe a dance competition, and the loser.
Oh yeah,
is
aren't those the goblins I knocked out?
Yeah, so the loser was the one who had a journal that you all ended up in possession of.
1 second.
I set it down on like where I gave it back to Charlie. It's like I really don't want this.
I'll just throw it in the campfire.
A spirit of a goblin's like, my masterpiece.
That might be the journal of the most horny goblin I have ever met.
Ravi, make a history check for me.
Well, clearly
The history check on
Not for-
the most.
Which I
the
was
most
gonna
horny
say
goblin I've ever
before
met.
you said the last thing you said, for the record.
History, you said, yeah? It's a 15.
15. It's actually really well written. Subject matter aside being distasteful to you, it's like, you don't know particularly if it'd be considered a masterpiece, but it's very good. And it's now sitting in the.
It was good.
It's now it like hits the fire, and you have that moment of like, there's a concept of like preserving art and history, but also it's mostly about getting.
Yeah, Robbie's like conflicted for a second, and then he's like, "No."
No, pull it back out. And I patted the flames.
You threw it in the fire, Charlie. You don't know this.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, you see it. You see him like kind of like turn his head and like a.
And
then you see him like super weirded out by whatever he just thought.
Right.
could have sold it probably.
You have just made a judgment about the relative worth of art in the world, and decided it could be destroyed. So
Says a lot about you.
fellow DMs never
Robbie's
miss a
a bard,
moment
he's
to mess
allowed
with their
to do
core
it.
values. All right. So, anyways, speaking of things I could not have possibly prepared for,
The Spanish Inquisition.
oh no. You all make some progress forward, and we'll need somebody to make a survival check to find a good camping spot.
Not me.
I will, because I have good wisdom.
Do it.
I can help.
Ravi helps.
So,
I'm used to
advantage?
camping on the road a bit. So.
Yes, advantage on the survival check.
I
that's
don't have to have like proficiency in that to help, right?
Well, because you're a bard, you kind of have pseudo proficiency and everything.
I've had proficiencies.
you have pseudo proficiency in goddamn everything.
Right.
That is a 19.
And then 19. Something dramatic's happening behind me.
16 plus 3.
Nice. Yes, you find a very nice little camping spot. You can see a town in the distance, but it's getting dark and you're not sure if you'd all make it before you're like trying to ride through actual night. So you find a spot that's got it's got like a bramble on like 3 sides of it, and so it's only got one way in, and you just kind of ride or point it out, and Oren steers the cart into there. And so there are spiky 10-15 foot tall like old berry bushes that are not currently in bloom or anything. It's just like old spiky vegetation.
Nice.
But it looks like someone's made a camp here before, The bramble's going to give you coverage from any fire on the various sides, and it's not raining too hard that you couldn't like get some wood together and get a fire going. So it's a pretty good spot.
Just a quick thing to everyone. My Wi-Fi has been really spotty tonight, so if
Oh, yeah,
I die, then we'll see.
You were sent to Brazil.
I don't get that reference.
I am going to Brazil.
I don't get that reference.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Here.
It's not a good time, but all right. So I will need. There are 5 of you technically, because Orin is around, although he is a baby wizard. So who would
I'll
like
stay
to?
up with Orin.
Who would like to take a watch?
I can.
All right. Starting with Charlie. Let's have Charlie roll a d12. Everybody is bunking down.
Oh, 12.
Okay.
We all die.
Everyone instantaneously dies.
Sweet, finally.
New campaign. All right. So everyone grabs their bedrolls and starts to get some rest. Lucian meditating by the fire as elves do, and there's a. Have Charlie make a perception check.
Did we set our watch order?
It's not been established.
I can take watch for the second half of the night. I only need to sleep for 4 hours.
Charlie.
5. Because I never make my goddamn perception checks.
Right. You've only really got one angle to look out. And there's not a lot of light, and you do not have dark vision. And with the overcast and the light rain kind of keeping your hood up to stay dry, there's just nothing that you see for a moment. After a little while, you realize that there is a patch of ground about 10 feet in front of you that is dry.
I'm gonna look up.
Nothing.
Sus.
I'll go and I'll poke it with a stick.
The dirt and like loose like pine needles just kind of move as you drag a stick across it.
Can I like press on it, like jab it? Is it like a hole or anything?
Yeah, make an athletics check.
6.
6. You go to jam it, and the stick just kind of like slides up through your hand, and there's nothing. And it's not perfectly dry. Really, it's like it's moist, but it's not like the rest of the ground is getting wet from the rainfall, and this patch is just not. And then you kind of realize that there's not as your hand is there, you're realizing there isn't rain like hitting your hand, and then a moment later, rain starts hitting your hand.
Okay, I'll just go sit back down and let the next person know.
You turn around and there is a small note sitting where you were sitting before you moved forward to inspect the drier patch.
I'll read it.
It seems quickly scrawled, but it says, "Have you seen my servant? She would be carrying a blonde doll around your size."
Big doll.
No?
You feel a pat on your head and a thank you. Keep an eye out.
Okay, how will I let you know?
Ghost.
I'll find you. You and your friends seem interesting.
Yeah, but I'd say that too. Yeah, alright, man, I'll keep my eyes out.
You see a fairly large chunk of dirt and like surface debris like kick aside, and something like fly through some branches. You don't see anything this whole time.
Okay, I'll go sit back down.
All right. Comes to midway through. You'll need somebody to take a quick watch before Lucian takes over.
I will.
Ravi takes it up. All right.
D12.
D12.
All right. An 8.
8. Cool.
No more exploding axes, please.
No more exploding axes. No.
Never again.
Never forget.
Oh, good times. Sometimes you give them magic items and say, "Hey, you probably shouldn't use this," and then they're like, "I'm gonna," and then everyone almost dies.
Well, what cool axe?
Yeah.
He almost killed the entire. He did kill the entire ship.
Not the entire
I
ship.
didn't use the axe.
I'm talking about Razzie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
well,
That's
not
fair.
the entire ship.
Like half.
Anyhow,
We don't actually know it.
let's have Ravi make a perception check.
Cool. We're gonna go with that one. Ooh. Oh, that's cocked. Okay, thank goodness. Not much better. Perception is a 13.
Nice. You are sitting watching the night. You have dark vision, which helps, kind of keep an eye on the shadows and the outlines.
Out to 60 feet.
Yep. You hear like a hummingbird fly by, and then kind of come back, just like the beating of the wings. And in front of you appears a very small person, a sprite, a little fey, pixie-like creature, tiny humanoid with little dragonfly wings beating, and he just like kind of cocks a head off to the side. He's like,
I cock it off to the same side.
Are you going to have coin to pay the toll?
Sorry, I'm not aware of a toll.
Do you have skills to pay the toll?
What toll?
Can you answer riddles to pay the toll?
I sure can.
Make a persuasion check.
Alright.
You're good at those.
I sure do be. Alright, so that is
That's an at one.
persuasion. That's 19.
19.
12 plus 7.
Nice.
You chat up this little pixie for a minute, and it kind of looks at you and goes, "You don't seem like a dick. A lot of adventurer types come through here, spout their mouths off, interrupt, things like that.
I appreciate that.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give you the clue. Give you some time to think on it, and then when they stop you, you'll have a little better chance at it. All I ask, I get my end of the coin now, and then you'll be able to slip past and not have to pay the rest. Seems like a good deal to me."
It sounds agreeable to me, and I stretch my hand out, I guess.
The hand like grabs just one finger.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Two
adorable.
platinum.
Oh, we're
Ooh.
swimming in platinum.
I
You should
it's
have at
okay,
least.
I can spend.
You should have at least
No, I
50
have-
from last time. So
I have a fair amount.
We have 50 each.
50 platinum?
yeah, you
Yeah.
guys had. There was,
Oh, yeah.
There was platinum went
Pretty
around,
sure I
and
added
there was
that already.
the sack race of silver.
Right. And I
Never
already
say
had a
separate.
bunch from the pearls and everything, so
Cuckoo. So you hand over 2 platinum pieces.
I sure do.
Kind of. He's got like a side satchel and kind of shoves the 2 in. It pretty much fills all of his carrying capacity. And he goes, "All right,
Nice.
I'm not gonna give you the answer. Because I could get killed for that.
Obviously.
I know about
That wouldn't be any fun.
Step 1, don't die. Now, the riddle they're gonna give you, and frankly, each wrong guess is gonna cost you a toe. Not a toll.
A toe?
A
A
toe.
toe or a toll?
A
Oh,
toe.
I like my toes.
Takes a boot off and like wiggles the toes on its foot.
I got you.
All right. It's a pun they like to do. People think it's just gonna cost them extra coin,
I see.
and then they start losing toes.
Yeah.
So, they say, why shouldn't you iron your 4-leaf clovers? Why should you not iron your 4-leaf clovers? That's the riddle. I can't give you the answer, but I enjoy your patronage, and I like your face. So, you have a good rest of the
I
night.
appreciate that as well. Thank you.
Watch out for the bridge.
Have a good night.
Don't be surprised when they start spinning. They like to make a show of it. Just let them do their show. And then when they ask if you want, you know, the riddle or the coin or the, you know, the test of skill, you'll know which one to go for. So, hope you figure it out.
Thank you.
Kind of tips a non-existent hat and then disappears, and you hear the flies out of there.
Ravi spends the rest of his watch not paying attention to anything and thinking about the riddle.
Ah, fair enough. All
One
right.
track mind. Too much ADHD in that boy.
That's fair. All right. So, end of the watch comes up. Lucian is ready to take over. Who will will also be able to watch until Sonari wakes up, and then the rest of the group kind of packs everything in.
Did you see anything?
Nope. Clear.
Okay. I take Overwatch.
Cool. All right. Roll a d12 for me.
3.
Nice. All
That
right.
makes me afraid the way you said nice.
Yep. Yeah, that's fair. Rabby getting to head back into the sack that you use for sleeping. A sleeping bag, if you will.
Wow.
I gotta talk to my daughter about not narrating everything. She walks by. I don't know if the mic got stuff. But, Lucian, go ahead and make a perception check.
Sweet, I'm good at those.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Hmm.
You are watching in the night, and there is the distinctive rustle of some leaves, and of something that is approaching but small. Sort of you kind of watch where it's coming from for a moment, and at first you just see like a small horn come into the edge of your vision, and it's like digging at a small log on the ground.
Sorry, never mind.
Kind of digs under, lifts it up, and then you see scooting forward to move the log to like look under it is a small rabbit that has a like unicorn horn. And it seems to be using it to move aside these branches and sniff around, looking underneath for looks like grubs or something. It seems to be a grub-eating bunny.
I just continue watching the rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
What was the O about for?
Make an Arcana check.
Ravi just like shoots up, like as he's like going to sleep. He says, "Oh,
It's like Kronk.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. And then he's like, carry on." And then he lays back down and rolls over.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
These hot hands are gonna bite me in the ass later.
Something that I don't believe you guys remembered to find and make use of was an arcane focus, as you were needing one for some of your spells, and you were in a wizard tower. However, you are looking at this rabbit, and you recognize it. You have heard of these particular kinds of rabbits before. Their horns are sought after as arcane foci. And there is a small amount of innate magical energy that run through these rabbits that makes them very desirable as familiars, usually. Wizards that want, like, a cute fluffy buddy that can help them focus spells as well will recruit them as
It's like
as
the
special
bunny
familiars.
under your arm casting spells. A
little bit.
You just hold the bunny out in front of you.
With a natural
cast Eldritch
20,
Blast.
with a natural 20, you know the appeal is they can work as an arcane focus as a familiar. So if you make them your familiar, they can be your arcane focus. So you can then cast spells from like 30 feet away from yourself through the familiar, which can be useful for getting cool angles on, like, lightning bolt and other various spells. So they're sought after for that, but their horns can also just be harvested and used as wands to cast spells.
Yes, but I'm not going to do that because my patron is big no-no for harming innocent creatures.
The thought occurs to you, you're a little rabbit neck snap away from having that arcane focus you need.
And then I'm just like, wait a second. I will definitely lose my powers if I do that. Can I... Would I have greens in my rations?
Not at this point. They're usually the first things that you'd want
Dried
to eat.
berries?
Sure.
I'm gonna pull some dried berries out and kind of hold it out for the rabbit.
Yeah. Try to make an animal handling check.
Alright, I have high wisdom.
Can I wirelessly give them
That's an
inspiration?
18.
18's pretty good. It does not retreat from you. You kind of kick out some dry berries near it. And it seems like its ability to see in the dark is a little more limited. So the berry lands and it's kind of like startled at first, but then looks over, eats the first one, and kind of ends up following this flicked out line of berries till it's near you.
And I'm gonna hold some more berries and just like kind of try and lead it into my lap to try and befriend it.
Yeah, make a persuasion check.
Ooh.
That's a 3, but I have Draconic Disciple. I can re-roll it.
Go for it. Shh.
That is a 19.
Ah, nice.
Wait, do I have persuasion bonus? No, then it's just a 21 then.
21.
19 plus 2.
Sure enough, this little unicorn horned rabbit hops into your lap and just eating away at the dry berries in your hand.
I made a friend.
Practically a
And I'm
tamed
just-
rabbit.
I'm just gonna continue feeding it berries for the rest of my watch.
Nice. You lose probably a good day's rations worth of berries.
I don't care. I
Yeah.
need an arcane focus, and it's cute as heck. And if anyone hurts it, I will end it.
Fair enough. You are aware the only way for you to get an arcane focus out of it at this point would be bunny neck snap and some bunny surgery. I don't know what we would call this. Some unpleasant things would have to be done.
And now you've befriended them.
Yes, and now
Yes.
now you're friends.
Do you guys know Gallivant? The show?
Yes. Yeah.
Are we naming the chicken or are we eating it? Because I don't want to name it if we're eating it.
Right. Sonari, you wake up along with Orin to Lucian with a unicorn horned rabbit in her lap.
I'm not gonna ask.
Don't. It's
Orin's like, well, I'm gonna ask. What is it and why and how? I have so many
question,
questions.
would I know the name of the creature?
Yes, you would.
Also, I think, do warlocks ever get the spell Find Familiar?
If you go back to the
If you take
chain-
back to the chain, yes.
right.
Okay.
Or if you take, like, Magic Initiate and then do, like, Wizard.
Okay. Follow-up question: is there a way to get a familiar without those prerequisites?
There are some creatures that can just willingly become your familiar, I think.
There are some, and there's also feats to take, like Magic Initiate.
Yeah.
And things like that. And
I know, like, pseudo-dragons,
I
because
do
that's
not
my favorite
have
creature in
the
D&D.
name on hand, but it does exist somewhere.
I need to look it up now.
It's
Yeah.
a rabbit.
It's
And
a
it's my
it's a
friend
unicorn horn rabbit. Google can help.
Unicorn or, like, deer, like...
Like a unicorn horn, yeah.
Okay. Would it be the same creature, though, or am I crossing my creatures?
I'll just look it up. So what is happening next is the question.
Oh, I found it. It's the Almirage.
That sounds right.
Well, it's an Almirage.
Oh, yes, I got it.
And it's my friend now.
Indeed. Oh, I didn't. Whenever I don't put D&D, it just gives me like Pinterest photos.
This one actually gave me an actual like.
I just
Like-
searched up D&D Magic Bunny.
Right.
I searched up unicorn horn rabbit and got an actual Wikipedia article for something not D&D but has the exact same name.
Yeah.
Sick.
Apparently. Wow.
It's
Are they like? Are
I
they
just have
pretty
like
big
way
for
too
rabbits
many.
as well?
I have way too many tabs open.
He's so
Oh, yeah, I
cute.
see that.
If you kill my new rabbit pet, I will cry.
If you get your rabbit killed, that's not my problem.
Are we waking up at this point?
Yes, everybody would be getting up pretty close to now. There's technically the last shift, so let's have Sonari get in on the D12 roll.
I took the last half because I only need to sleep 4 hours.
Yeah, that's not a thing, actually. So you need your... You don't have to sleep
going
the
to-
full 8 hours, but you have light activity for the
You do
last
need
4.
to rest and only watch for like 2 or something.
Oh yeah, you can watch. I'll just be sitting there, just like, hi, bunny.
Right.
Straight D12 was 6.
A D12 is 6. All right. Make a persuasion check for me.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. And my persuasion is... Yeah, that's a 4.
4. You hear this like you don't see anything. It's like you feel like a hummingbird flew by and you didn't like see it. Like it flew by, came back, and then left, and you have no like. You're just a little like, oh, weird. I didn't see it.
Okay.
So nothing super eventful for you, and then everyone's done with their long rest, is ready to go, and now everyone is up and can see Lucian's pet bunny.
Ah, sweet, you got breakfast.
The moment Charlie says that, I just snap over, touch this rabbit, and I will snap your fucking neck.
I feel like Charlie's like already drawn their knife and like starting to go, and then just like
Are you keeping it?
Yes, they are my friend.
Oh.
we are just attracting all sorts
You
of new
have-
members, aren't we?
Rabbit food for it?
He eats berries.
You all look
When
down
we-
at
Do I
the-
know anything?
approximately
anything
3
about
berries
Almirages?
left in the hand of Lucian.
I'm almost out of berries.
Pretty sure rabbits are omnivorous.
Are they?
Pretty sure they are.
Terrifying if they are.
We literally
Demonic,
started this
really.
scene with you watching it eat grubs, so yes.
Oh.
Yes,
I
okay.
thought I thought it was looking for like plants. Okay, so I don't have to just feed it berries. Okay, cool. I just felt
No.
like the berries would be more appealing.
No, they would eat a corpse if it was left out.
Might be helpful.
That's true. Just like devour
Actually-
a corpse that we find, you know?
Actually,
Get a
Orin
couple
can- Orin giggles and looks over at Sonari and goes, "We do leave a lot of corpses around, huh?"
more.
Do you have a name for them?
I haven't decided yet.
Pretty
I
good.
will call him Saint George.
You will not call him St. George.
I'm calling him Saint George.
It's a replacement. It's fine. Temporary name.
Orin's like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, it doesn't have a
George
name
is.
yet, so temporary name, St. George." Sure.
Anyways,
To be fair, it looks regal but mildly racist.
George.
Do not make my rabbit racist.
Look, right, racist.
Mildly racist.
Oren really went for the throat of that bunny.
Oren's been building confidence and throwing shade ever since he
Glad we
did.
can do that for the
Ever
kids.
since
Maybe he should take a level in Bard for vicious mockery.
Ever since he didn't nearly die, he's got some
Ever since
confidence
he's
going.
met the three of us, I think,
Yeah.
who just relentlessly make fun of each other all the time.
The longer
That's how you become friends, though. Is you relentlessly bully each other.
the longer
But, yeah, if I
a wizard goes without dying, the more their ego grows.
It's true. That's
We
true.
just need to slap him a little bit to remind him of his place.
Keep him humble.
Yeah.
Just
Like
like
give him one crisp punch, and then he's unconscious.
You actually might not deal damage to him with one crisp punch. It's
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because he's got his shield.
he's abjuration-y. Anyways,
oh yeah, he's an abjuration wizard.
random NPCs you all have adopted aside. What is Charlie getting up to?
I'll just let everyone know about my ominous note and conversation with an invisible man.
So your watch sounds like your watch was much shittier. Or at least a lot spookier.
I haven't met a ton of invisible people before.
I can't say that I have either. Is a servant with a doll?
Yeah.
Sounds creepy.
I
don't
thought I
like
said
it.
serpent, but that makes more sense.
I'm about to waste,
Servant with a doll?
I'm about to waste the spell for a really stupid reason. When Robbie says he has never met an invisible person, I just like, hey, do you want to meet one? And then I just turn invisible.
But you're not an
Thank God.
invisible person. You're just a person who is now invisible. I didn't meet you when you were invisible.
I thought it was funny, okay?
Lucian, make
You're
an
very
animal
hilarious.
handling check.
Oh no! That's cockeyed. That's a natural 20, god damn it. My luck is going to run out soon, and I'm going to roll 2 ones in a row.
Oh,
Somehow-
The universe will balance itself.
Somehow the rabbit is not real affected by its handler just
Laugh.
disappearing suddenly. Managed
a little
to
socialized rabbit.
eke by without any major incident. It seems visibly uncomfortable, but is not squirming as of yet.
I just turn back visible and just continue feeding it berries.
You run out of
And-
berries.
Okay, then I'm going to feed it other food just to make sure it remains chill.
Do you have other food for rabbits?
Rations?
I have
I mean,
rations.
if we have hardtack,
the things
it'd
you had
probably
that
be
were
okay.
appropriate to like hand a rabbit and have it be satisfied chewing on it are now gone. You have burnt through them.
You know, keeping a pet is it's a lot of responsibility.
I'm aware.
Exactly what Lucian needs.
It'll teach.
There's a lot of responsibility.
We have
She handle it.
Lucian
She
make
will learn.
Lucian make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Gets crushed by a meteor.
18.
Nice. As a week's worth of snack ration berries work its way through this rabbit and explosively nearly onto your pants, you do manage to dodge and aim the deluge into the path rather than onto yourself. But you do feel like the rabbit will soon need sustenance
That's
again.
just.
It's basically what happens to the raccoons at my house every year because they eat all the plums out of the flowering plum tree.
You get a little carried away with feeding it.
I mean, it is a wild animal. Shouldn't it be able to find its own food?
Yeah. It's also not going to know, like, when to stop eating. You're just going to keep feeding it.
Oren's just like, also, isn't it gonna like hop away or something once you set it down?
And she never set it down again.
Lucian just... Are you just petting it?
I'm just grumpily petting it, just like... I kind of wanted to make it my familiar, because it can cast spells. I can cast spells
I think-
through it.
Lucian, I think they are a wonderful addition to the party.
Thank you.
Just try
I
not
just
to be a
see-
dick to it.
Breakfast if we run out of rations.
Oh,
Don't you lay a hand on St. George.
We got attached. Right.
So
Now we need party art with the rabbit.
right.
Shall we head out?
Now you all
I believe
gather your
so.
gear into the cart. The rabbit seems really tired.
Is it gonna nap in my lap?
It does nap in your lap.
Yay.
We're in a
We're
cart, right?
walking.
No, we're
Oh.
a cart.
We don't have enough space. The cart is like pulled by one donkey,
It is a
so like all of the silver pieces are in it.
Yeah, they're essentially layering the bottom and their individual like pseudo sacks.
I assumed we were just putting
Where's
all our
the
gear and
donkey
stuff
need
in
to
there
eat?
just to.
There's room for like everyone could uncomfortably ride in it, but more likely you have your faster people on the actual ground, and maybe I would imagine like Oren and Charlie, maybe Ravi, kind of in the cart with the faster individuals like alongside.
Faster individual.
I'm absolutely lounging.
Ravi, can you hold my rabbit since I don't trust Charlie with him?
I mean, he can sit beside me.
I just put him. I'm just walking beside it.
Reminds me of a dog I had when I was young. He was not
Oren's
nice.
like, in what regard?
It's a
It's a
rabbit.
small furry animal.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, sure. I thought you meant like the horn or literally any other feature.
Any other part of it.
Yeah. Other than the fact that it is an animal, I thought you had more to that.
I'm not, in terms of animal husbandry, I'm not the brightest, to be fair. And to be fair, that dog was a bit of an asshole.
Oh, all right.
To be fair.
To be fair.
You mocking my incredible British
To be
accent.
fair.
To be
fair.
really.
I gotta be careful when I go for British. It always just ends up Taika Waititi.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, that's what happens. So, you all are moving along. I do need a D12 roll from Lucian.
Ooh,
5.
they have a stroke.
Your bunny runs away.
No.
This bunny is now the only thing I care about.
I love that every time someone rolls a d12 for like random encounters and stuff, we just go with the worst case scenario.
Death.
All of us are just like, someone dies.
Yeah.
What was that? Death. What kind? Instant.
Instantaneous death.
Ooh.
You all make it a good 5 hours or so into your journey, just moving forward. There is a sort of a break for lunch kind of moment where you pull aside. Somebody would need to make a survival check to gather some food, which is probably around the time you all are pausing to get a midday snack.
Not me.
I shouldn't do it.
I'll do it.
Go
I mean, I
for it.
have rations.
Yeah, but you can
Ooh,
certainly-
the luck is turning 12.
12. That's probably that's enough to cover like yourself and about half the people here. You do find a what is like a wild chicken. Looking at it, it seems a little gamey, and it's sort of like it's not quite a wild turkey, but you do find this wild chicken, and it's easy enough to just sort of like a small rock, just like. So it falls over, bringing it back. Not enough to feed everybody, but it only takes a couple of rations to kind of cover the difference. But you were all roasting this chicken off to the side. And
You'll never be shit, chicken.
That's what...
You're chicken shit.
I was confused for a moment, and I realized, like, oh, yeah.
You
Charlie
just
said
like your
you
father.
Oh, my. 2 shakes of truffle salt. That's all you get, chicken. That's all you're worth. Oh, my. I'm working in a little of my own cooking in that. You are all partway through a meal, and you hear, no, they're not hiding it. You hear people approaching from the path behind you, a little ways up the road. You've all just found a little nook to kind of pull off on. Let's have, I would say, perception check, probably from Lucian, Charlie, and Ravi would be the only ones to really kind of recognize any of this.
Use the Ravi dice. Let's go.
Another 12.
Perception, you said?
Yeah,
12.
nice. What was Ravi's?
14.
14. They're not hiding in particular, but you do see 3 elves, a pair of male, looks like wood elves in the back. They have a wooden staff and a longbow each, and then an elven woman at the front, and she has a short bow over the shoulder, although it doesn't look like she uses it a ton. And then she has this bronze staff. Interesting, like, filigree all the way down and back up. That's, it just kind of seems like fuzzy at the distance that you're at, keeping a look at it. But she is moving forward and makes eye contact with the party. And there's like a solemn sigh as she just looks over and goes, there you are. So it turns back to the other 2. So in these situations, you keep the perimeter and you don't get involved unless the others that travel with them are getting involved in the situation. And yes, madam. And
What?
they both like pull their longbows and like get like a handful of arrows, like just kind of ready to go.
Whoa.
Weapons are not necessary.
What's going on here?
We're just eating lunch.
Turns and starts walking forward. Turns to Ravi in particular, and it's just like, my deepest apologies. I don't mean to interrupt your lunch. However, I am here to execute your companion.
Oh, what?
So,
Which one?
again, gestures to Lucian.
Okay.
And
When she says that, I just use the hat to just shape change.
change your appearance.
Just like,
who do you want to look like?
I look like, just like an old man with like
a very small old
crazy
man.
hair and do a big
Blindside.
wrinkly face.
What kind of hat
Please
is
just
he
turn it-
wearing? Is my question.
please just turn into Gandalf.
He's wearing like a tiny little like party hat.
Oh. Little party hat, big frizzy hair.
This is my grandfather now.
Turns
His
to
11th birthday.
turns over to Charlie and goes, I thought you looked different a moment. It's not my concern. What's Ravi doing now?
May I ask why you're here to execute them?
Of course, I don't presume that you've all been fully informed to their identity, and their
We met 2 days ago.
predilection. Well, very well. Good on you to support them through not disclosing your full role and intentions. But they are on a quest to consolidate powers of evil dragons across the land and gain their elemental powers and use them for purposes tied to a sect of dragon monks that are a scourge on the world. So my sect is here to eliminate them whenever found. I was looking for a completely different individual south of here, a Triton follower of red dragons in particular, but come to learn
I look at Lucian at that.
came to learn that they died in a duel with this individual.
Sup?
If you'd like to move to the road, I think that'd be a more appropriate venue, unless, of course, your companions are going to be involved. But in that case, my companions will be involved, and that makes everything messy.
So,
Well, I think
out of
Lucian
character,
should be offered a defense.
What was that from Ravi? What?
I personally, I think my friend here should be allowed a defense at least. And I look at Lucian.
Are you not part of this sect and you made some sort of duel with a random stranger on a bridge for no reason?
I have a question. Is this sect as in, like, dragon, but just different element, or, like,
say
different cult entirely?
Make a history check.
Can
That's
I
an
make that
11.
history check as well?
11. Yeah, Ravi might know a little bit about this. And 11, you did not pay attention to the larger cultural...
That's just accurate.
That's just accurate. Did not pay attention whatsoever to the larger cultural implications of other groups in the land besides where you got training. You just went there to get power and kind of half paid attention to the rules and reasonings behind everything. What was Ravi get?
I got a 17.
17. You've vaguely heard about how there are dragon monks, and that some are good, some are bad, and they sometimes fight. That's pretty much your extent of your knowledge on it, though.
So, but they are also dragon monks.
Yeah, it appears so. This one in particular has, and as you get a closer look, her staff is bronze, and a staff of this size made out of pure bronze should be heavy as shit. But as she's like, should we move to the road? And there's like a twirl of the staff, as one does when someone's an expert in the use of a staff like that.
If I win, will your companions back down, or will I have to deal with them too?
Oh, if you
This is
win,
an
they're
execution.
meant to move along with their and return for their own training until they are qualified enough to take up arms.
I look at Lucian just like,
All right.
They are not yet a master, and she gestures to the staff in her hand.
All right. I just hand the bunny to Ravi. I'll be right back.
You are all
And
about,
then I move to the road.
you are all about 10 feet off the road, as Lucian then moves to the center of the road. She like draws out
I
line,
stand up and like go watch.
right?
Yeah, I
So
Yeah, I'll go watch too.
Orin
Make
kind of
this a
leans
little-
over to Charlie and it's just like, so are we just watching or are we waiting or?
how attached exactly?
I like lean down to Orin, just like, just keep a sharp eye.
These things are actually kind of entertaining.
Lucian's
I
just
kind of
gonna
root
pull
for
out
the
the
other
bow
ones.
staff. I heard that.
Just encouraging you, buddy.
Yeah.
Orin turns back to
Piece of shit.
Kick her
Sonari.
ass.
Orin turns over to Sonari. It's like, are you okay with it? This seems like a everybody fights situation.
Which is
No,
It's not an everybody
if
fights
I-
situation.
This is the third time this has happened. Well, first time someone's hunted me down to do it.
I'm so
To
confused.
be honest, I'm not quite attached. If let's just
I've
watch
known
what
you
goes
for.
on.
It's one of those
It's
like,
like I've known you for 2 days. I am not that attached.
What am I gonna do?
I would say Lucian and anyone who's Lucian, Ravi, and if anybody else is proficient in insight could make an insight check.
Oh, and I have advantage.
You do.
I always forget if insight's a wisdom or intelligence. Wisdom, so that's a 16.
16. You get the read
16 here.
that Ravi, you also get the read that she is likely beyond you on a 1-to-1.
Oh,
She is you get a better look, and she's got the bow on her is inlaid with like dwarven runes, even though it's of elven make, and you're
This
like,
is kinda
that's
hot.
magic.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that she doesn't even have like out. That's just like in case she needs it. There's a fine like the other two have like a green leaf brooch like connecting their cloak halves together. Hers is gold and seems to like have a shimmer to it that doesn't match the actual light that's hitting it. So that's kind of a thing. She has walked in with this like silver headband that comes to like a piece of jade at the forehead. You're like, that's a thing. And then this staff itself shouldn't be moving the way it is, as she's sort of just spinning and getting warmed up.
As soon as I realize this, I'm gonna lock eyes with Ravi and just be like,
make a deception check to kind of just like convey the y'all need to get involved.
Each of us, both of us.
No, just Lucian. Just trying to get this message across without the other people realizing.
18.
18's very good.
Okay.
Let's see if it's good enough.
It might be.
The plan is just backstab her as soon as she turns. I did not say that out loud.
No.
I'm going to make that
I'm
very
gonna
clear.
help you. Umbra, I'm gonna help you, but you have some explaining to do after this.
So
I don't know. I skipped that day in
I quite
class.
literally want to just watch.
That's totally reasonable.
You're the tank.
Anyways, so
No
everyone
one touches me.
everyone kind of is watching, and you all look over to Lucian, and you see Lucian make a series of eye motions of like, I need all of your help. Ravi kicking things off. Are you subtly getting ready to do some stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna get ready to do something.
Cool. And I think the rest of you kind of get the vibe off of Ravi then, that it's like, oh no.
I'm gonna set the rabbit down beside me.
Right.
Thank you.
Don't
harm-
subtly,
don't harm
subtly,
her,
so that I
George.
don't so it doesn't look like I'm getting ready, but like,
Right.
that's what I'm doing.
Don't bring
I'm gonna pick
Sturge
the rabbit
into
up.
this.
I didn't decide where that rabbit is. This was not my decision.
No, I was talking to Ravi.
Oh, gotcha.
Just don't harm Sir George.
I just set him down.
He
It was that or throw him at her.
thank you.
This woman turns to the two in the back and is Irilyn Bronzewing, here to end the life of what was your Lucian, correct?
Sure.
Do you have a surname you wish on the record? No, it's fine.
That
Pardon
seems
me.
like an Umbra thing.
No, pardon me, as out of character, I forget what my last name is. It's Lostar, Lostar.
Lowstar.
Yes.
Facing Lucian
That seems
Lowstar.
like a JoJo reference.
Nice.
Shut up.
Oh my.
It's definitely
You
a
guys gotta
joke.
stop interrupting every monologue.
Sorry.
Sorry.
So, Irilyn Bronzewing facing Lucian Lowstar, and single combat, the fang of the blue devil to be removed post-mortem and destroyed, if not archived. Are there any additional artifacts of pure evil you've inserted into yourself?
The butt tooth.
Well, depends. What do you define as pure evil? Because I've inserted a lot of things into myself.
Things that are
Oh my gosh.
currently inside of you that are of a dramatically evil nature. So you're completely unfazed by the chicanery of
Well,
I'll do
well, my
this
girlfriend-
evening. He just she doesn't care.
Well, my girlfriend's not here right now, so no.
Okay.
Damn. Go to horny jail.
Go to horny. All right. So
No.
As she's like, so I go, ready?
we are ready.
And I put my fingers in my mouth,
Mhm.
and I let like a big whistle, and I cast hold person on her.
Well, there's other movements and
Okay.
things necessary to cast
Yep.
the spell. So I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative as people are all doing things.
Sick.
That is 16.
Oh, I forgot to take my long rest. I'm gonna do that before anything else happens.
Insert long rest.
Oh my gosh, both of my dice were cocked. 9.
Too fast, Jen.
I believe scenario is supposed to I think.
8.
8. 20 for
Big
the
2-0.
Rabby.
I got a 16.
Yep.
Crab rave.
Ooh. And
A dirty 20 crab rave.
all right. And
I want that staff.
I bet
Oh, I'm gonna get that
you
stat.
gotta get it, but
Well,
Ravi
I don't
goes to like cast a spell, and a disappearing person gets small puffs of dirt and smoke as the distance is closed instantaneously between her and Lucian. A pair of swings with the staff come in.
5% battle music.
Wow. That's amazing. So that is a 14 to
hit?
which I believe is a miss,
Does not hit.
and then a 16 to hit.
Also does not hit.
I was amazed at how badly that went for her.
Wow.
I'm
this-
just like,
this humming bronze staff just deft dodges off the side. She burns a key point, and it's
Oh,
just
no.
like, at least you've been trained.
I'm not a newbie. That's for damn sure.
A pair of she kind of spins the staff to the back, and then a kick and a punch are coming in.
I figured.
And wow, a 12, and
Nope.
then a 25 finally.
There it is. There
Man,
it is.
that took a while. So you suffer 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, that's okay.
Better.
Better than the last fight we were in.
And need to make
Not the ledge.
a Constitution saving throw. She
Okay.
attempts to stun.
That is an 18.
18 is a success. You are not stunned. You feel the
Oh, yeah.
key flow through you, and you manage to kind of just anchor it into the ground instead of it locking up your nervous system. That is her go. The other two seem surprised as the rest of you go for hostile actions as well. The one of them in particular just had their bow
Right
down.
away, huh?
Their
Damn.
bow down, and then they like make eye contact with Ravi, and they kind of like squint for a second, and go, oh, like realizing that you're about to be involved. But they are surprised for their turn.
Damn, speed move.
Indeed.
Move. Damn it.
Ravi, fingers are going up.
Yep. To do a whole whistle, but Jonah cannot do a whistle, so.
That's fair. Ah. And what are you casting? Hold person on who?
I was gonna cast hold person on her.
Got it.
How long does this whole person last?
You don't know.
A battle. But
Okay.
so what is your saving?
But you have to maintain concentration.
Right.
On my whole person?
Yeah. Was it wisdom or?
Oh, it's my it's my turn. Okay.
Yes.
It's a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. What's your DC?
Monks are good at those.
15.
15. That is a success.
Ah.
There is you see her head turn and like look over at you and just be like, I wish you wouldn't.
Well, we're all involved now.
Now we're all implicated. So, Lucian, it is your turn to do stuff.
Okay. This feels
Well,
like it.
can I still do a
Ravi,
bonus
yeah, it's
action?
bonus action movement stuff, yeah.
I'm gonna, after that not working, I'm gonna give a thumbs up to Lucian and draw my rapier.
Mhm.
And give them bardic inspiration.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Now feels like a very good time to use this. I'm going to use the spell scroll that is engraved on my arm.
Nice!
Hmm.
You do have an angle to let it loose against the lady in front of you.
Hell yeah.
And the two scouts that are in the back.
It hits the
Nice,
ball.
nice.
It is. They are within range. You don't know the range of this when you just go, well, I guess it's time for this. Sonari in particular and Oren kind of watch curiously as Lucian pulls back his sleeve, and then some arcane writing that's etched up the arm gets wiped off and all flares up into this like arcane energy into the hand, and then a cone of cold just out at them all. You all kind of look at it like, wait, what? And then not expecting that
Mr.
level of an
Freeze.
arcane blast in this situation.
Just like, haha, sneak
Is
attack.
anyone else seeing Charlie? Okay, never mind. It's just on my end.
So Lucian, what is your? It would be the same DC as your spell casting DC for your warlock spells.
I believe it is 13? Question mark?
Makes sense.
Yeah, 13, because proficiency is +3 and charisma is +2.
Nice.
What's that? And let me just look up the damage on Cone of Cold.
I got it here. Yeah, it's a 60-foot cone, which is how it hit everybody.
And
You'll need to roll 8d8 cold damage, and they are making Constitution saves.
Oh, this is a level 5 spell.
Yes, it is.
I think it's level 6, isn't it? Oh, five.
No, it's level 5. I need more d8s.
Gotta get rolling. So that's a pass on them. And a pass on them.
It's Constitution, right?
Mm-hmm.
Saving throw?
That's right. Discord, I think
This is
also,
what I was referring to,
I think we have a
Charlie.
dice roller in our Discord too. If you want to hit 8d8 in that, that's the easy way to do it.
Oh, no, I got the 8d8.
Cuckoo.
What's back? Thank goodness. Tay,
That's
your screen. I put it in the
that's a
off-topic
lot of
news.
8s.
But your icon for me was like going crazy town.
Oh, weird.
I have not seen anything weird on my end.
No, I know. I saw it through yours that their screen was totally fine.
Oh.
But
Oh, it was
but
just
on my
yours?
screen it was super weird.
Nice.
Yeah, because my Wi-Fi's going to hell.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
It found the pole and everything.
That's 44 damage.
That's barely
Nice.
possible.
No, I rolled 3 8s, a 2, a 4, a 3, a 5, and a 6. Unless I'm doing my math wrong.
It doesn't sound like 44.
4,
What'd you say? 8? 3 8s?
yep, 3 8s, a 2, a 5,
Yeah.
a 3, a 6, and a 4.
That's too many dice.
It's 8d8.
Yeah, you said 9 numbers. Oh wait, no, I miscounted. I had 4 on the first thing. Oh yeah, well, wow. All right, nice.
Damn.
This felt like a good time to use it.
Right, yeah. All right. There is a blast of cold. You see the lady in front manage to like kind of like dig the staff into to your wrist to like move it slightly, but still get kind of half blasted. There's and as she does, she kind of looks behind as the other two, and one gets is still fully surprised and just takes the full face of it. The other like dives out of the way and just gets caught on the like lower half of the body. As the cone dissipates, the one who took the full brunt is just a frozen statue. The one who dived out of the way, their lower half is a frozen statue, and as they hit the ground, it shatters, and they lose consciousness instantaneously. And she looks back and turns back towards you with a look of absolute spite and rage.
Hi. Fuck you.
Instantly gets a level in barbarian and rages at you.
Monk barbarian.
Monk
Bonk.
barbarians are terrifying, okay?
Well, that was a turn. Any bonus action you want to do?
Yeah, let's flurry of blows at her.
You cannot.
Don't
do
you have
that.
to make? Yeah, I thought you had to make an attack.
Yeah, you didn't attack or use a monk
Oh
ability.
shoot. Wait, I thought that was for my unarmed strike.
That's for anything you want to do in your bonus action. That's extra unarmed strikes.
Yeah, you have to attack like unarmed or with a monk weapon to do.
Nope. You can't.
Yeah, immediately after you take the
Flurry of
attack
blows.
action.
Yep.
Dang it. Then I'm going to bonus. I'm going to use a key point to bonus action dodge.
Nice.
Sick. Patient defense.
Blast her disciples as well as herself pretty harshly, and then just get like,
How injured does she look?
pretty hurt. Yeah, doesn't look happy. Charlie, you're gonna be up right after. Oh, never mind. Oren hyper failed his insight check to know that you are all not going to just watch and see what was happening. So Charlie is up as Oren is surprised.
Okay. Yeah. Pull out my short bow, steady aim for that sweet,
okay.
sweet advantage.
Yeah.
23 to hit.
That is a hit.
What dice do I need? A lot of them.
Activate crab.
Crab ray hog.
Okay. Fuck. Everything's going everywhere. $16 points of damage.
All right.
17 points of damage.
You watch. Oh, geez, what's happening to my camera? Focus. There we go. You line up this shot. You let it go. You're watching it as it's going right at her neck. You're just like, you almost like put your bow away, like being like.
She catches it, doesn't she? That bitch.
Wait, what level monk is she?
But that's hot.
I say that out loud.
well,
It's like,
she's
bitch.
Does a 17 hit
She's
you?
probably. Ah, hell yeah!
Does a 17 hit Charlie?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Catches, and then you watch as he like catches and hardly even like only catches you with the corner of the eye, throws it back at you, and you take 8 piercing damage as she chucks this arrow right back into you.
You fucker!
Now it's personal.
What do you know?
Lucian just looks at the woman. That was a bat. Oh, you're about to get fucked up.
Sonari.
Mm.
Does Tenari do anything?
Does any of them particularly look like they're about to like hurt me?
No, she has
Yeah.
not focused. The other two are dead, and
Okay.
she is just there to fight Lucian.
Okay. Do I see the rabbit anywhere around me? Is it still around?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Yeah, right. Let's see what perception is. Like,
Talking's a free action, right?
So
I mean,
that's
once.
a
Sure.
16 total.
16. You actually don't see it. You are not
All right,
sure
well-
what happened. You go look down and you don't see it anymore. Yeah,
My
you're
rabbit?
exactly where it's at.
I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to. They seem to be handled.
You could look around for the rabbit. Like you make an investigation check. And
Oh,
go
can I
look
do
around.
that? I want to do that.
Yeah,
I want
make
to
an
do that.
investigation check. See if you can-
I drew a photo of it.
Please. If I lose my rabbit, I will be so sad.
I got you, dude. Investigation plus 4, 19.
19. You do.
Yeah.
You go into everyone else is like this big battle, and you look down and see the rabbit's gone, and so you start looking through bushes, and you do see it's like ducked behind a log, back behind one of the bushes, like just like took cover, and you just like, pick it up and be like, it's okay, bun.
Yeah. And that's the end of my turn.
Right. Bro,
Oh, yeah.
it may be the most important turn of the combat.
Oh wait, these things are fey. I just realized.
I mean, in standard lore, possibly, but Always a bad idea to assume things in a homebrew world, because who knows?
True.
Yep. So she is finally back up, and is like just went from like, all right, this is just my job, to just being like instantly traumatized.
Have fun with a therapist in hell.
Ooh.
Uh,
Sick burn.
Ravi
Damn,
and
son, where'd you
Ravi
find
and Charlie,
this?
are you two planning to continue attacking this
Yeah.
lady? Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I was debating it.
Right. Kind of, she's like a look around and is just like, she will also burn a key. So, she lifts off the ground as you see a set of spectral wings appear
Oh.
off of her back,
Nice.
I can't do that yet.
and instantly flies past. And Charlie, you see a bronze staff flying into your face.
Okay.
Wow!
Does that count as disengage?
It
Does
does
she
count
disengage?
as disengage. Yes.
Damn it!
That's
I don't like that. Wow.
I
Same,
can't.
Chris.
I apparently can't roll above a 7 for like a major bad guy. Not even really bad.
That's what
Technically,
the
you're the
plan
bad
was, Chris.
guy.
Well, it's possible.
Right. Hey.
I don't know if you know that.
Oh
But
yeah,
according to
because
them.
I just realized that was because that you have to use disengage to do that thing that she just did.
Charlie, the first strike, just you managed to just like duck under, but you feel the force of it go past you, and as you kind of turn to like spin back into an upright position, as this old crazy haired man with a party hat, the second blow catches you like square in the stomach. That is you take 13 bludgeoning damage.
Did I throw up?
And need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Jesus. I mean, who's that? What doesn't exist in this universe? Oh God. 7.
All of my fucking spells are wisdom saves.
You are. It's not even so much a key blast into your system. It's getting hit in the solar plexus with a solid bronze staff. You are sitting there gasping for air. You are stunned until I believe the end of her next turn.
Yep.
You are effectively out
It's
of the
rough.
fight for a minute. She then flies straight up into the air. That would be... Oh, geez, I crossed out her speed when I did her last time she got hit by damage. I was like, I thought she had more hit points than that, and I was just like, oh wait, yeah, that's her speed.
Is she just gonna dive bomb me?
Okay, so you watch as comes over, whack into the stomach of a miss, and then a spin back into the solar plexus, and then just straight up, and turns a
Does
corner
she-
and goes
does-
sideways through a bunch of branches into the tree line, out of eye line of all of you.
Disengage is like all reactions for the turn, right?
Yeah, anyone's.
Okay.
Well, and Charlie wouldn't have any anyways. They are stunned.
But I assumed I was right beside them. but-
You hadn't said you moved up yet, but even if you had,
Oh, Charlie
it's
moved up?
all attacks from
Okay.
Charlie. So, no, Charlie. No, she moved to Charlie, did some strikes, and then flew
Yeah.
into the tree line, out of sight of everybody.
Is combat over? Question mark.
It is Ravi's turn.
I'm gonna chase just a little bit to try and like. I'll move my 30 feet
Cool.
into the tree line where I last saw them.
Gotcha. Make a
Do I
perception
see
check.
them?
Yeah, make
All
a
right.
perception check.
That's a 22.
22. They have some cover from you right now, but you do see the spectral wings like behind the next set of trees.
I'm gonna cast Hold Person again.
Nice. Go for it. All right. So that is
They have
the
to make another Wisdom save.
wisdom saving throw. You catch eyes with her, and it's just really mad. And you let loose the spell, and you just see it just like not phase her at all.
Fair enough.
Anything else? Bonus action or?
Nope, not this time.
All right. Lucian, you do see Ravi go into the forest a little bit. You can see where he is, and then you see him cast a spell up into the trees.
Okay, I'm gonna follow.
Cool. What is your speed?
My speed, I believe, is 40.
40.
So I can make it up to where Ravi is.
Yes, and even a little ahead of that. She is still about 15 feet away from you, kind of behind the next set of branches and trees.
Is she up in the air?
Yes.
Can I... I'm going to use another key point to bonus action dash.
Cool.
So I can get to an angle where I can fully see her so she doesn't have cover.
Sure, yeah.
And then I'm going to form two hands and then whip two Eldritch Blasts at her.
Nice. Go for it.
That is a 24.
That is a hit.
And... a natural 20.
Shit.
Hey, lady, fuck you.
Alright. So, damage on the first. It's just a D10 for you. You don't have any indications yet.
9 damage.
9, okay.
Really wishing my spell save was higher now.
Wouldn't have mattered in the last one. Last one was natural 20 on her end, so.
And, damage on the second one?
2d10 or a d10 doubled, whichever way you want to go about it.
2d10, that is 14 damage.
14, alright. You watch as you get a good angle, burning the key point to get the movement to do so, and let loose the Eldritch Blast. You watch as each one hits a shield in front of her at first, and then some of it does pass through and make contact. The second one a little more so than the other, but you have a feeling she has some sort of barrier against this particular kind of thing. You don't know what that is in particular. It looks down at you like, you're using magic.
Okay, counterpoint, you're trying to kill me.
There is a moment of like, oh, whoa, we're doing this, I guess. And Oren's like, draws the axe, looks over at Charlie and goes, Charlie, like shakes Charlie, and Charlie's just like, trying to get some air in,
Catching their breath.
Yeah.
Just winded.
Right. You watch as Charlie gets or not Charlie. So there's that quick shake, but then he's like, charges forward. You watch Oren get up by Ravi, and you look over at Ravi and be like, don't worry, I got this. And you see him twirl magic together and let loose magic missile. The darts of force just go, and they fly up, impossible to miss, and all go to impact, and they all go like, dunk, 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 and just hit this shield in front of her. That fully nullifies magic missile.
So just she just I just look at her. Hey, wait, you're using magic too.
Oh, not.
You are.
Nope.
How did that not hit you then?
How are we having this much conversation?
Shit.
Good point.
6 seconds.
Charlie, you are stunned. Sonari, you kind of like pick up this rabbit and turn around, and it is the Childish Gambino's actual name. I forget. Donald Glover. You see, it's
Yeah.
the Donald Glover pizzas into the fire and the apartment on fire moment.
Yeah.
It's just like boom,
Yeah.
boom, like spells flying and things crashing. Charlie
I'm
just
gonna cover the
Yeah.
rabbit's eyes.
just like I love that. Go make an animal handling check with advantage.
Does the like peek over your hand?
Natural 20. A total of natural 20, yeah.
I'm
You
starting to think that this rabbit likes Sonari more than
That would be
more
so
than Lucian.
you spot a log that if you like tipped it up, it's wide enough and it's hollow, and you're like, oh, I could just put the rabbit in there. And you spot a place, but it does do that thing where it's just like I think look over. So if you want to just hold the rabbit and watch this scenario, that would kind of make sense. But also you see that this lady flies, and you have
Yeah.
like you could throw a javelin at her, I guess. But she's also not attacking you. Like, no part of this was hostility towards you, and it's just like
Yeah.
swarming this lady.
Yeah. Seeing this, I'll prepare. I'll be like, maybe I should put the rabbit down.
You kind of
Maybe,
like set up
but-
the log and be like, all right, I can drop the rabbit in here if I need to get involved.
Yeah.
right.
It's ready to go.
Right.
Just load it up.
Yeah.
Drop it in the cannon.
Put a charge in the log and then the rabbit. Try to get the horn. in.
The horn.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's it.
She flies down the 10 feet to get like in Lucian's face.
Stop.
And is going to that hasn't been working for me anyways, so find it later.
You should continue using that dice.
God. This bronze staff, woof, woof, you are managing to duck it every time. Oh my goodness. That is it's an unreasonable amount of low rolls on my end.
Thought you said you were
the
bad.
universe is balancing itself for Umbra's high rolls at the start.
All of your high
session.
rolls are balanced by all of my low rolls.
No, this is balanced for when you knocked me out 3 times in a single combat.
You rolled like a 10 every time.
And I died.
That's a 15, which I think misses, and
It
a 25, which finally hits.
If I was a warforged.
So that's 7 bludgeoning damage, and you will need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright.
Which you can add a D8 to if you want.
Do I have to roll the d8 now, or can I roll it after?
You can roll it after rolling the D20, but before knowing the result.
Right.
Okay, that's a 13, so I'm going to roll the d8.
Okay.
That is a 17 total.
All right. You once again feel that key flow in, and then just anchor it and deflect it out of your system.
Absorb it.
Right. Because, she then is kind of fine with the attack of opportunity, and just like again like a rocket
Yeah.
shooting out of this area. But yeah, make your attack of opportunity. She is leaving your threat range.
With my
Lucian went ahead of me, right?
You can
So
use
I'm
your
not
staff,
also
or
in
you can use an unarmed strike. It's up to you.
staff, definitely my staff.
range.
That is a unnatural 20.
That is a hit.
I hope it is.
Lucian ran ahead of me, right? So I'm
Yeah.
not also in
You are
range for
not
one of
also
those.
in melee. Yeah.
That is 11 damage.
Nice.
Just clock her in the back of the head.
There is a whack. And yeah, there is a give to the flight as she heads off. A good, you're not sure how many feet, but it goes. Sonari, you just see this like this spectral winged individual just past. Oh wait, she would be on foot at this point. She has to fly down and just goes weaves in through the tree line on the other side of the path. It would be actually make a perception check for Sonari.
Yeah.
She might have a visual here.
That's a total of 18.
18. You do see her roughly 40 feet from you as like moved around to the back of a tree. And it's just like shit. It seems unpleased with how the scenario was going.
How badly, can I say how badly hurt she seems to be after that?
Vaguely, she's definitely looking for an exit at this point. She's pretty messed up. And she walked in with all of the confidence of like this is a regular Tuesday of eliminating these people, and then a series of unreasonably high versus unreasonably low rolls has led her into this scenario.
Uh-huh. You just like point, like she's over here.
You just gotta point at her. She kind of like looks over at you, and it's just like, oh.
It's like when that one kid gives away a spot in hide and seek. Just come on, dude.
Yeah.
It's
Rabbit.
like I'm holding a rabbit.
Yeah, holding the rabbit. You almost
You
point
can't
like
touch
with
me.
the horn. Rabbit, you can see where Sonari is pointing at least.
Okay. I assume I'm not within 30 feet of them.
No.
Okay. I will move 30 feet closer.
Gotcha. You can you catch the edge of like an arm of like their location, but they're still another 15 feet away from you, behind a tree.
Yeah. I just need to check something to see if this is. Okay, so it's after I do that. I guess I will spell them something.
Spelled what?
I'm gonna cast a spell at them, I guess. Let's try slow.
Nice. Yeah, you
It's
can
also a wisdom save
nice.
of 15.
Target the
But
area that she's in, essentially.
yeah.
Slow. My goodness. What is your DC?
15.
15. She fails.
Hey! So she can make one attack, I think.
And then
Yeah, so
is her speed halved?
speed is halved. She's got a -2 to her AC and Dex saves. She can't use reactions, and she can either take an action or a bonus action, and she cannot make more than one attack during her turn.
Nice. That is unreasonable.
I have a question. Is that an
It's
area
also a
of
third level spell, so like I think it
Right.
evens out.
Currently Ravi's turn, so hang on with that. Anything
And
else
then-
out of Ravi?
Bonus action. I will inspire Lucian again.
Mhm.
I will tell her. What will I say? Give her a shiner for me,
All right.
and that'll be my inspiration.
Nice. Inspiration
Um,
to and Lucian's turn.
Okay. Is it an area around it, or is it just a one-time thing?
It's a one-time thing.
Okay. I'm going to run up to her.
You would need to burn a key point to get to her.
Yes, I am totally fine doing that. I want her dead.
Bonk.
Yes, and then I'm just going to hit her as hard as I can with my bow staff. That is a 21.
It does hit.
Okay, that's a D4. 7 damage.
All right.
Do I declare now if I'm flurrying?
You can't flurry. You used your bonus action already.
Oh, shoot, right.
But you get up and get a whack. And it's like, it seems like it is like looking at the situation. But yeah, that is pretty much your turn. Technically, you still have some movement. You'd have another 20 feet or so of movement if you wanted.
No, she'll chase me. She'll chase me down anyway.
Right. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
I am done.
Uh,
It's not like she can make reactions.
Orin is just looking around and is just like, what? Okay. He looks over and it's like, thanks, Sonari. Sees the stump you've set up. And he casts a spell. And you see the stump just go and fly. It's just flies over in her direction.
That has my rabbit in it.
Does you have disadvantage on dexterity saves? Is that what you were?
She's got a -2 to dex saves
Okay, gotcha.
I thought she had -2 to her AC.
That is
and dex saves.
still enough. Oh, and Lucian didn't move. Lucian, make a dexterity saving throw.
Love
She somehow
catapult.
catches in the corner of her eye
19.
this stump flying at her and just does an auto half split and it just flies past and it's going to be flying into you.
19.
19. You also duck and you tumble in a kind of a circular motion and you see this stump just and eventually just and just shatter against a tree.
This is a Matrix ship.
This is why catapult is one of my favorite spells in D&D.
That's cool.
Catapult's great.
Lucian looks horrified.
You can also throw books at people and other things.
You throw jars of oil at people, and then you also fire
That's true.
firebolts at them.
Good point. I didn't think of that before.
It's
Better
wasted
watch out now,
fireball
Jeff.
damage at first level.
What spell was that?
Catapult.
I think I meant. Oh, right. That's from Tasha's, right?
No. It might be in Tasha's also, but I think it's out of Xanathar's. But anyways, moving on. So, he tried to do a thing and was like, ugh! Charlie, are you okay? And then Charlie, you can now do a thing.
Yeah.
Finally,
Finally,
air finally enters and your muscles can now do things.
can I see her for where I am?
She would have cover from you from where you're at, but you can see
Sharp.
where she is.
Oh, I have sharpshooter.
Yeah, go for
Does
it.
she have Okay, sweet.
Nice. Unless she has
Your
full
power
cover,
means
right?
nothing.
And she's within 80 feet, so you're not worrying about long range. So, are you aiming as well?
Yeah, steady aim.
That's okay, I'm still here.
Okay. Wi-Fi issues cause.
Natural 20.
Hey!
Oh shiz.
Oh my god. Okay, I have to get more d6s 1
She
sec.
can't take reactions.
Bonk.
all this extra damage is gonna be basically because of Ravi and slow.
And take reactions, bitch.
I just picture Sonari this whole time just petting this rabbit. Just
Yeah. Watching us run back and forth.
Just the Betty Hill theme is playing.
Yeah.
33 points of damage.
All right. That's amazing. There's that moment where she ducks out of the way of the stump and is doing a spin that would normally work great. She'd be in a good position, ready to throw some blows at Lucian before flying off. And then you watch and let loose the arrow, and you watch the same thing where it's heading right to her neck, and she goes to catch it, but you watch as her hand just can't catch it in time, and the arrow just and she slow-mo falls and hits the ground, bounces up, and hits the ground again. Everything else is moving normal time. It's really the slow spell.
I love the mechanics of your slow, the slow in your universe.
Right.
It's just
Also
literally
affects-
Right.
Also affects gravity.
Right, yeah, it affects all things, yeah. And so you all watch as Charlie finally lands this shot that they didn't get the chance to land earlier, and hits the ground.
Yeah, this ring fucking Bitch! Oh!
I'm,
And I throw
I'm
up again.
immediately just gonna hit her corpse with the bow staff, just like, that's what you get for messing with me and my friends, bitch.
And now I point my sword, not like aggressively,
Mhm.
but I point it at Lucian.
Mhm.
And I go, now you, my friend, have some explaining to do.
You see, I would if I knew what was going on.
Are you a part of an evil dragon cult?
Not knowingly.
That's reasonable.
I mean, to be fair, I'm in a group of monks who worship a dragon. All religions just see any religion as that isn't their religion is just like evil pagan. And I think that's what's going on here.
Lucian, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh?
Uh-huh.
That is a 19.
19. Ravi pointing this sword a little bit suspicious. You talking back and forth, trying to kind of talk yourself out of the situation. Charlie kind of catching up, and Sonari kind of like walking over along with Oren.
Is she dead?
There is a what catches Oren. Oren is good like, ah! But she does this like, but doesn't catch you off guard. You don't flinch at it. She just coughs blood out as she just does finally fully die at your feet.
Well,
There's a moment of
later.
like, I think
I'm
we're
gonna
all
go check her
good.
pockets.
The first thing I'm doing is taking that bow staff.
Yep. Lucian picks up the bow staff. Charlie, make an investigation check.
Y'all just.
Can I make like an insight check on Lucian to see like were they being truthful?
Yeah, go for it.
12.
12. Yeah, just pick a. Well, the first thing that catches your eye, she didn't get a chance to use it, but there is this short bow, and it is of elven make, but it is lined with dwarven runes.
You got something shiny.
Yoink.
Yeah, you're just like this.
This is mine now.
There's 4 or 5 of these. Oh, geez, come on, camera. There's 4 or 5 of these runes, and they are all inlaid with what looks like alternating little threads of adamantine and mithril. And they've been set up. You don't know historically if this would be a blasphemy or just a really neat item to an elf or to a dwarf, because it is a merging of the two. It probably depends on the particular kingdom and their particular politics. But it is interestingly made. But go ahead and mark yourself a +1 short bow.
Oh,
No,
sick.
the body's not even warm, like cold yet.
Technically, it is probably pretty cold still. Did take 22
Ice
damage.
bath.
She got iced.
Get iced pretty hard.
When I cast it,
Chill out.
Other people
yeah,
are gonna get to
I
go.
should have made a cold
I
I
one.
guess
other
that
people.
counts.
Who's probably Sonari is getting caught up with the bunny, and Oren in particular is seeing Lucian messing with the staff and goes like, "Should I can he just gets his book up? Should I take a look and see what we're dealing with here?"
Yeah. Also, could you identify this? And Lucian also takes the little circlet that was on her forehead.
Oh, sure. Comes off. Ravi, yeah.
I got a 20, dirty 20 on my insight check.
Inside.
Not lying.
Lucian has always proven herself to be incredibly ignorant and foolhardy and not really paying attention to what's happening. Just there to make comments every time there's anything happening, whether or not they're relevant to the situation or helpful. So it doesn't surprise you to find out that she did not pay attention in school.
I'm just a dumbass.
So you're kind of like, it's like, how could you be in an evil dragon cult, have no idea you're in an evil dragon cult, and then wander the world with these techniques you've learned, and as you're like saying it to yourself, you're like, no, this all tracks.
Yeah, it's like how could you be so? Oh wait.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Lucian almost looks offended, just like, head, you're
No,
right.
no, he's just like, yeah. Robbie's just like counting the things in his head, and then he's like, no, I guess that does make sense.
Right. Sonari, make a or what are you doing in particular? Are you also gonna check the body, or
From like the glance that I first saw of her,
Mhm.
would I really be like? I don't like. Am I interested in? Am I gonna use any of the weapons that she had on? Like,
probably not any of the weapons? No.
Yeah.
It was interesting the blasts of force that just didn't affect her.
right.
Nobody's quite sure exactly what that was from.
Alright.
But
Jonah knows, but
yeah, Jonah might know.
fellow DMs.
Fellow DMs, no.
What did I miss?
He was just referencing something
References.
about stuff.
References about stuff.
Yeah, thanks.
D&D rule stuff.
Yeah, I'll make it. I'll check it out. Why not?
Cool. Yeah, make your investigation check. Ravi, yeah.
Can I search the two frozen boys?
Yes, indeed.
I got a 14 total.
14 total. The only thing of note, the arrows at her side seem standard arrows. She had like set aside her like personal like gear pack in the road, which digging through it might have something in there. But the only thing of note is this this brooch that is connecting the cloak that's on her back. The cloak itself just seems like a regular traveling cloak, but this thing is a gold leaf that almost forms like the shape of a shield, as it like clips on there. Charlie.
I'm just refilling my arrows with the ones that she has.
Gotcha.
Which is good, because I was almost out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, there's full 20 on there. She didn't get a chance to fire any. Getting blasted with a cone of cold off the bat is a thing that happens. So,
Yeah.
Unfortunate for her.
Oren kind of sits on the ground for
Yeah.
about 10 minutes. You all are raiding packs and chiseling away at frozen statues of people. Ravi has a camera freeze at the exact perfect moment.
Oh no.
Oh, Wi-Fi.
Beautiful.
This guy who's just
Ah!
You were just like,
Right. There's regular traveling gear. The one that got fully frozen, their longbow, I was gonna say, was mundane. The amount of cold just like ruined the wood and shattered everything. They have no like functional gear left on them. They took way more damage than they have hit points for. The one that kind of half dodged out of the way, they have a functional longbow. Their arrows are ruined, but that's pretty much what they have available as far as functioning.
do either of them have like a pouch on them?
They did. The coins are eventually findable. So you all take a good hour letting Oren identify magic items and looting the bodies. Altogether, you find 106 gold pieces between the three
I
of them.
split them up.
it's not divisible by 5.
I take the extra one.
Ravi takes the extra one. Sure. The first thing Oren gets done with is his eyes kind of glow looking over the staff. He's just like, okay, that is that's a staff of the Dragon Master, that's called. Hands it back to Lucian. And it's like, you can expend some of your ki to cast a spell. This one allows for Thunder Wave. So for 2 key points, you can cast Thunder Wave using the staff.
Sick.
Using your...
Is it also just a regular bow staff besides that?
It is, but it also does work as a spellcasting focus.
Thick.
Yes. Charlie.
Feel this bad.
Nice.
I'm just bad at math. How many golds did we get? That was
You
split
get
up?
20 spot. You get 26.
21.
20, what? I got 3 different numbers.
Sorry, 21.
Oh, because there's 5 of us.
There are 5.
Are we going to give? Am I getting any for not attacking as well? Are you gonna?
You protected the bunny.
Yeah.
You did the most important job.
And also, I'm taking the longbow to
It's
sell.
that way.
Sonari, you know you could use that longbow.
No.
That's a thing you're allowed to use. You're not great at it. Dex isn't
Yeah.
your primary thing, but
Yeah.
I could use it.
With big axes. Well, that's
Wait,
so
You
with
want this?
actually, I don't think
longbows.
Lucian can use that.
1 second.
I'll pick it up at least. Was I able to?
No,
unclip the
longbows are
rope?
not a monk weapon.
No, but I'm checking to see if
You are not.
Palad Elves have the.
Oh, I don't think they get the elf weapon
They
training.
get way more than they should already, so they definitely don't get weapon training.
They do not have it.
Sonari, are you taking the longbow?
Yeah, I'll grab the longbow. Did I get the brooch, or did you just notice the brooch was there? And it's just like, okay.
You grabbed it, but then it seems like Oren's job is essentially to identify
yeah.
items.
Making
You kind of
sure.
hand it over. Charlie, how many arrows did you have before you refilled your quiver?
Like 3.
3.
Like,
So-
I haven't been keeping count, but I'm guessing around 2 or
Around
3
3.
left.
So Sonari,
Yeah.
there's still a quiver with 3 arrows in it. So you grab that. So you've got a quiver with 3
I'll grab
arrows
the
and a
3
longbow.
arrows, yeah.
You're gonna run out real quick so you can find some more.
If I ever
Um,
use them.
I'm so sad those scouts didn't even get to make their attacks.
I know.
They didn't get to
Damn.
try. They're just dead.
Alright, bros.
Deleted them. I'm
Uh,
sorry.
so identifying
hide the
continues. There's the headband that he received first, but when Sonari hands over the brooch, kind of just sets the headband aside and then starts identifying the brooch.
Okay.
It's like, oh, this is a brooch of shielding. No wonder my magic missiles did absolutely nothing. So you get resistance to force damage, and you also are immune to magic missiles. They
Is
just
it,
hit the field of force that comes around you.
Did all 3 of them have one of those?
Hers was the golden one.
You only
Does it need to be
force
attuned?
damage was only fired at the main lady. What's that, Chris?
Needs to be attuned?
Yes, need to attune to it, and
dear.
it will give you that force resistance. Let me get on this headband, and pulls that up, does its thing.
How many things can we attune to?
3.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Unless you
cool.
artificer some stuff.
Unless you're an artificer, yeah.
He finishes doing it. Well, I guess. I mean, I could use this if nobody else needs it, or
What if-
Sonari
Yeah.
could use it.
Do you
So this just makes you really smart.
shield?
Yeah, go for it, Oren.
I mean,
You
We do-
need it, bud.
He kind of nods.
We do-
He nods, doesn't argue. And any objections raised by like Lucian for a second, he's like, "It sounds like we're all in agreement." And he like, puts it on. Get the little
Nice.
piece of jade. So he takes this headband of intellect and starts to attune to it. As everybody
Hell
kinda
yeah.
hunkers down for a short
Yeah.
rest.
does the staff require attunement?
It does.
I was like, with stuff like that, it absolutely does.
Did my wraps require attunement?
They do.
Oh shit, I'm down to 1 attunement slot.
All right.
Although I
It's
constantly-
not like you can unattune to things, like if
Yeah.
you find new stuff that you would prefer over other things.
Lucian, make it would be just a wisdom check.
All right.
You attune and meditate on the staff.
17.
17. As you focus on the staff and you look at the filigree that's kind of carved in along it, it kind of guides a meditation, and as you look through it, you almost get a story through your head, and it is a story of a massive like dragon hydra of 5 different colored heads destroying towns, murdering hundreds, and a sect of people bowing to it and accepting it as their overlord, and bits of elemental power dripping from it, and them just eagerly collecting it as it falls to the ground. It's kind of pathetic as you watch these power-hungry people that are just willing to just sacrifice whole populations for just a little extra power. and you almost think back to your own life of times where you've had moments where innocent people, and maybe not so innocent people, but so people that didn't deserve to die, just people that are just dead for the sake of even your own power. You can see fighting against it and like hunting down all of these elements are these people sort of clad in armor, although the armor seems almost transparent, but armor of gold, silver, bronze, brass, copper, one in platinum, rushing in with their staves and just trying to take them out and spreading themselves thin. And as they spread themselves thin, they get like popped out of existence one after the other, and until there's just a few like sparks and sparkles of metal in the darkness trying to hunt down the rest of these little bits and pieces of what remains of this evil dragon hydra, until you follow one of those glints to deep in the forest, up a winding road, past a collapsed tunnel to a dwarven stronghold, and then it just fades out. And you
Is that-
are attuned to the staff, realizing that that last moment is just now as she is ended here on the road.
Jesus.
Damn.
So, would I know the name of the dragon? Because out of game, I know the name of the dragon.
Make a history check.
$13?
T something? You heard people at the monastery mention every once in a while the like the prime source and something, and you just like tuned out when they were talking about it. But you're pretty sure it's like it's something.
Yeah,
It's
Tiamara. Tiamara.
Timara. It might be Timara.
It's something like Timara?
Timara, like tiara. You're like, yeah, Timara.
Tio.
Yeah, tiara.
It's
Like
Tio. My Tio.
Tio, yeah.
Do any of... This is a long shot. Any of you know anything about dragon gods or something? Probably not.
That is a very vague and broad question.
Okay,
I would have Sanari go ahead and make a history check.
sounds like Tiamar? Or
Am I
something like
also?
that?
Yeah, Robbie can get on that.
That's a 18.
18?
History check.
Yeah, there's the 2.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to keep track of. It's
18
like,
from me as well.
yeah, you both know, or you're like, yeah, there's 2. Like, there's
He's like, just like look at each other and just like a.
both have that moment of like, I think there were more like way back in like primordial world or something, but nowadays there's 2. There's good dragon followers follow Bahamut, and there are evil dragon followers who follow Tiamat, and as they say Tiamat, you're like, that's what it is.
That's what it is. Oh, shit.
No, you're not. Really?
Not intentionally!
Oh my gods.
Is she
Listen,
serious?
you know me.
I'm willingly traveling with a member of a Tiamat cult.
Not okay. One thing. I have basically left that cult. I just want to. I just wanted to punch people with fire. I
Doesn't
heard.
sound much better, does it?
Not really. No, but.
Gods.
I was gonna. God, I feel. Okay. First order of business. Oh God.
Please.
First order of business, pay more attention and
Oh,
always.
Pay
That's
more
a very
attention to what
big
kind
thing
of cult
to
you're joining.
miss.
The first order of business. We should probably remove the potential Tiamat tooth that's in my arm.
Yeah, we can put it in your butt.
Oh.
No, into like a knife or something.
Personally, I am not removing your dragon butt plug. But
I hate all of you.
I love my creation.
Oh God.
I have a little list that the roll was for which metallic staff she had.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there's 6 of them.
Hey,
I
you
was
guys
worried.
wanna
I was worried you were gonna get platinum because I was gonna unbalance the game. But oh well.
Hey, you guys want to take down a dragon cult?
Yeah, alright, I got nothing better to do.
Well, I mean, we are currently kind of trying to. Oh my God, aren't we trying to save the world or something?
What?
We can do 2 things at once.
We're trying. What are we doing?
Oh,
The first scenarios hearing of any of this,
hold her.
Ooh.
or even Oren's like,
So-
are we just going? Are we just?
I was heading up.
We're just going north, right?
So the apocalypse.
What?
So,
Ooh.
fun fact.
Charlie,
Okay,
explain.
okay.
Oh, okay, Robbie. Explain.
First thing, do you want to potentially be implicated in something very, very illegal?
Can't say it's the first illegal thing. I'm curious.
We cucked a priest.
No, we
I
didn't.
heard
fuck a priest.
that-
We killed a priest.
You killed. That makes a lot more sense than
Yes.
what I've been hearing.
Yes, we killed the man. Found out later that we had been fooled into killing him. He was trying to bring back some ancient entity who seemingly is able to stop the apocalypse, which is supposed to happen within a year. No biggie or anything. No, it's. Let's just stop a dragon cult too.
I
I
mean,
think-
who's to say that the dragon cult isn't what's causing the apocalypse?
Oren's just like, that seems like a lot of conjecture.
You have very little to go on, but
I'm just saying it's something we cannot rule out.
is there like a timetable for the apocalypse? Are we?
Timetable for the apocalypse.
We have
We're just.
within a year.
Within a
is-
year. That's all we know.
is the metric we're on.
And that was left to you 3.
Suddenly an earthquake.
No, not really. It wasn't really left to us 3. It was
It was more guilt, us
Became
being
a pilot.
guilted into it.
roped in by
I-
fate, perhaps.
I cannot willingly just leave it like that. I think I'm gonna have to help.
Perfect.
I just had to write down timetable for the apocalypse as an episode name.
Yeah. I'm gonna like like kind of like gesture to Sonari and just like welcome to
This shit.
welcome to being complicit, I guess.
Welcome to the cucks.
No.
Yes, that's what we're calling our group name now.
It's very deceptive, honestly. You distract them with the cuckery.
See, she gets it.
Exactly.
We were talking about the dragon cult.
Robbie just like buries his face in his hands.
Oren just like walks over to Ravi and like, I'm getting the same thing. I think we're on the same page here.
Was being
Just
solidarity.
very exasperated right now.
Yeah. So, anyways,
They're going. Yeah, I'm sure at some point I'm going to die from the stress, Oren.
We're gonna give you a
going
heart
to- I'm gonna keel the dead at some point, and
Don't
it's
take
gonna be
this-
their fault.
don't take this the wrong way, guys. But I'm gonna like leave when we get to the next city. And like I got my own things going on.
just
That's perfectly reasonable.
perfectly reasonable.
I understand why you would want to do that.
Yeah.
Tell anyone and I'll kill you.
Charlie,
Yeah, we might have to.
he like
If-
doesn't
If you
doesn't
do
react
kill
to
anyone,
the knife
we
anymore.
might
and
have
he's
to
just
do
like,
that.
Charlie, frankly, I don't believe you at this point. I think you're a better
This
person.
poor boy.
I think you're a better person than you're acting like you are. And
Jesus fuck, this kid called my bluff.
This poor kid. We have traumatized this poor kid.
yeah, he's
We
like
gave a
17.
perfectly normal
Hey,
kid
hey.
anxiety.
Hey, to
You
be
have
fair,
a-
if we hadn't traumatized the kid, the PM would have done it for us.
I
Only,
don't know that he would.
only like two of you have like dead relatives you don't know about. So,
Whoa.
so,
Fear.
anyways, there's this whole like a whole lot of things going on. I picture like the camera just focuses on Oren, who's just only half hearing the things like somebody in a movie when a grenade's gone off. And he's like, I'm gonna get like, I'm gonna take a minute, get one of my spells back.
Yep.
Yeah, you do that.
Well,
Taking a short rest.
he kind of like looks down and he's like, should we like hide the bodies or something?
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
All right,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a
Sorry,
good
no,
idea.
I'm gonna put
Do-
the
do you wanna-
bunny in the cart.
All right. Who attuned to something? Charlie does not need to attune to the +1 short bow. It is just a +1 short bow.
I shall attune
I
to the
attend.
brooch.
Brooch attuned, and
I'll just take a short rest.
gotcha. Takes a short rest.
Can I also
my-
take a short rest?
Indeed.
Get my inspiration back.
Burn some hit dice to heal up a bit.
A reminder of what that brooch does. It's a shielding, is
So,
what I got.
you are immune to magic missile. That spell specifically, and then you have resistance, resistance to force damage. So usually when you rage, you get resistance to, which means you take half damage from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. But all the time, raging or not, you're tuned and wearing the brooch. It gives you half damage from force damage, which is rather
Cool.
specific. But it when it comes up, it's nice to have.
Are you on paper, Chris?
Chris
You're
is
using
not,
paper?
Chris is not
Okay.
on D&D Beyond, so.
Okay.
I
I was just wondering because it adds automatically for you.
It is a
Yeah.
brooch of shielding.
I just called it the dragon staff in my.
It is the staff,
Staff of the Dragon Master.
Dragon staff.
She
Way
was
cooler.
the master of bronze.
Do I add my constitution to hit dice when I'm healing?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 14 hit points back. Brings me close to full.
Nice.
I spent 2 hit dice.
Cuckoo. Rabby. Yeah.
I have a quick question about hit dice. Do you have to disclose how many hit dice you spent before rolling any, or can you like roll one and then be like, I'm actually gonna roll 2 more now?
No, you need
That
to
wasn't enough.
decide how many you're going to roll and then roll them.
Okay.
That's the ones, yeah.
Cool. Just wondering for
Rolling
future
3.
reference.
Cuckoo. You guys do that math. Sonari's cool. She's just holding the bunny.
I
didn't get it either.
I'm having so many emotions.
Yeah, you well in that.
She had an 18 AC and like a +9 to hit, and
Yikes.
should have hit more often.
Brought down to a 16 on slow.
Right.
I probably should have jumped in.
What was her wisdom save bonus? Just out of curiosity.
Like a plus, what was that? I think every roll was just naturally rolled higher than the than the DC, but yeah, she was sitting at a +7, so she has
Oh,
a pretty
yeah.
good chance to pass.
She would have had to roll a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she had about a 35% chance
Which
of
she
of
rolled
rolling
under
below
6
my
plenty of
DC.
times. They were
Just
just
not
all
when
on
you
her
need it.
attacks. All right, so people take their short rest. Oren does as well, gets the cart ready, and starts getting you all up off of lunch break to start heading northward. Hoping
So,
he's hoping to close the distance to the next town, because oh boy, he wants to get to town.
since we're having big revelations now, hey Charlie, you know that genie that I had a pact with and gave me my magic?
How could I forget?
Yeah. I don't get my magic from him anymore.
Oren goes, ooh.
I still have magic.
Oren,
It's not from him.
Oren looks over to Charlie and is just like,
This just feels like a lay all our cards on the table sort of situation.
I mean, for you, I'm keeping my secrets here.
Bastard.
Oh dear.
I'm about to get stabbed, aren't I? Yeah, that's
Do
what
it.
I expected.
Do it. Stab her.
You can hit me if you want. I deserve it.
No, Charlie's just staying silent.
This is somehow worse.
Oren's like, I mean, if you're not gonna explain it, I'm gonna. That's awful. I've pieced together the story at this point. You stole, you stole their wish, and now you're not even using any of it.
Okay, to be fair, no. I used the wish. I used what I got from the wish specifically. The wish just saved our asses.
Well, your ass.
I mean, to be fair, by the time I casted it, Ravi had already cast a spell. You were all he was at least him was he was implicated as well.
Kind of.
I didn't really
Kinda
accomplish
pulls-
anything.
Digs into like a pouch of rations and pulls out like a crisp piece of bacon and hands it over to Charlie.
My condolences. Would you like a piece of bacon in these trying times?
I'm sad that I finished all my beef jerky. I would have
Yeah.
taken a bite out of it.
Bad timing
Prop
for the prop.
company.
Yeah.
Charlie, you can have like half of my silver that I collected.
Deal.
Are we good? Are we good?
You know,
Yeah, we're good now.
not as good as I could have seen it going.
How much silver is that?
So that is 4,305 silver.
Just
Cool.
What?
430 gold. So
What? Didn't you all split that into 5 and then run out with sacks and
No,
stuff?
you said we had
1600.
yeah, 1600 is what we had
Right,
individually.
each? Right.
Yeah, we
So
all had a ton of
4,000.
silver
Yeah.
individually.
Yeah, it was 1600.
Yeah, I thought you said
For you.
4,000 silver.
Like you said, we all had more. You said we all collected like 8,610 silver each, and you only had 600.
No.
Oh God, I feel stupid now.
Whatever. I think Ravi had the same amount. I think Ravi had a max roll on the.
It was like 1,605 or something.
Yeah, it was like.
I don't know if I had silver
1,605, yeah.
before that. Oh, yeah,
It's something like that.
1,605.
So it's more like 802
Oh,
that you would hand over.
I feel so stupid now.
Uh,
I thought
It's
I
all
had.
good.
I don't think
You
we've.
done
I don't
all
think
the
we've
time.
spent any. I don't think we've spent any.
yeah, none's been
you know,
spent yet.
money since then. So
Right,
no harm, no foul. You know.
right.
Yeah, we're good now.
Half the pile of silver from the sack gets transferred over to Charlie's now very bulging sheet of tied off sheet of silver.
Be
Now I'm just
careful
eating
with those
bacon and
words.
smiling to myself.
Right. Yep.
You are surprisingly easy to bribe.
They're
like
a
money.
thief. Not. That's not surprising.
That is a good point. I mean, former pirate, I understand.
I'd consider myself more of a acquirer of goods.
Illegally.
Acquire.
The area's gray.
Treasure hunter. Let's go with treasure hunter.
And I consider myself
Sure.
an entertainer.
Oren looks back and is like, bridge ahead. As you all are half hour ahead. He goes, looks stable. Let's get going. Keeps you guiding the cart up.
I act like nothing is going on.
Fair enough.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, Ravi, make a deception check.
You bet.
Oh, you fool! I have advantage on insight checks.
Yeah, and I'm really good at deception. So,
Oh, we shall
I
see.
got
what
a
it shows.
15. Shit.
19 plus 7 is
Yeah.
26.
No, there's no sense of anything going on. No real even reason to incite Ravi, really.
Yeah.
You all are pulling forward. Sonari, you recognize a sound as you all get maybe 15, 20 feet onto this like 40-foot long, pretty well traveled and well built bridge. But is that like?
Oh.
Suddenly you can't tell exactly how many, but it sounds like a bunch of hummingbirds fly past you. And there's just like what, and everybody hears the same thing, and then appearing in front of the party and with a hand out, it's like, hold there, and Orin just like pulls the cart to a stop on the bridge. This is territory we have claimed. This patch of road. You all must pay our toll.
I'm gonna lift the bunny up.
Cocks ahead.
I think the bunny can...
It's not one of the options, though I do consider it.
Then what are the
I'm
options?
going to take my rabbit back, by the way.
Make opposed animal handling checks.
Abducting your familiar.
17?
Oh, hold on, I feel like my animal handling is 0. It's a 17.
That's pretty good. Wait, what was Lucian's? It was 18 or what? I couldn't hear.
They're both 17.
Both 17s. There is a moment where you go to take the rabbit, and the rabbit just sort of like can't decide which way it wants to go, but it's already in her lap, so it doesn't like stand up to like get into your arms. And there are currently buzzing going on around with a hostile thing that requires attention.
Fear.
Yes. What's the toll?
The toll! I require you to pay us coin. A pair of platinum.
What if
for
I
each
don't
of
want to
us.
pay you coin?
I'm in the middle of talking. Very rude.
Sorry.
Very rude. Poor form. A pair of platinum for each of us to rub together. For the warmth of platinum. Gets one, ladies. Then one's like, you hear like somebody go fly by and go, that was dumb. Go, shh.
Oh my god,
A
it's us.
secondary option. Quiet you. A dance. One none of us can replicate. However, failure means you pay the toll with a toe. Finally, if you can solve our finest riddle, we can let you pass. However, a failure most minute of phrasing will cause you to also lose a toe. So what shall it be? Platinum? Several toes as you guess your way past? Or several toes as you attempt to dance better than all of us? It's kind of a raised hand from Ravi, and he's like, yes!
Well, I would like to try your riddle, if I can.
Expose your foot!
I take off my boot, I guess.
You feel a hand grab.
I put my hand on like Lucian's shoulder as I take off my boot.
You feel a hand grab one of your toes and pull your foot over, and the sharp-edged blade against your toe. You don't see the thing there, but you feel it ready to slice. Very well. Our riddle. Few have passed with toes on even both of their feet. I shall read it to you! He pulls a small scroll out to, like, read it exactly. He goes,
Good one, Chris.
why should you not iron your four-leaf clovers?
Well, my friend, you wouldn't want to press your luck.
You just hear a loud, audible groan from
There's
Ruthia.
there's the that was like moving all around all of you, like drowning out like any other noise nearby. That all just like stops, and it's just like of things like nearby holding still, and he's just like,
I'll take my foot back, please.
And you see the creature like appears and just like looks up stunned and like puts away this tiny sword and like just like backs away and is like,
I give a
you
put my boot back on and give a bow.
You specifically a pass. Go on. Go. Oof.
And what of my friends?
They have other options.
I'm assuming we can't do the riddle.
You could ask for a different riddle. And anybody could make an insight check.
Do I need to make another deception check?
No, it's an insight on the guy.
That is a 16.
No, that was irrelevant.
Charlie.
How like big of a gap does this bridge go? Like, could I just go like around?
No, it's like cliff face and like upper mountain work on the two sides between this like this wedge that is kind of carved out by the waterfall. What'd you get for insight?
Oh, for insight, 15.
15.
16 over here.
And so Charlie and Lucian, what scenario you have? Like a 5 or?
It was negligible.
Okay. Charlie and Lucian get the read that this dude only had one riddle, so any riddle he comes up with next is going to be rectally sourced. So there's always that. Whatever gibberish he comes out with is probably gonna just accept whatever answer you give.
Sure, I'll take the riddle. Actually, no, Charlie can go first.
No, I want you go first.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Fine. Ready?
On 3 or after 3?
On 3.
Oh my god.
Okay. 1, 2.
Right!
So
Orin is just like, I'll go
Three.
first!
Okay, let Orin go first.
What's your riddle, Flappy Man? He's like, what has 2 legs and arms that wane? He's just kind of like,
What?
like a T-Rex? And he's just like, you may go! He's like, I'm driving the cart, so do I get everybody? And they're like, no, just you! And he's like, are you gonna ask the donkey a riddle? Or it's like, no, it's an animal!
If we had a druid.
Both of you have 1s, so one of you's gotta switch to a 2, and then somebody's gotta go to a 3. Charlie.
While they were doing that, this was my plan already, which is why my finger went up really quick, is I was gonna, while they were distracted, go sneak and grab under the cart.
Oh, you're being observed by multiple angles, by multiple beings. There's no way to sneak.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Too bad you guys didn't know the riddle.
You see, I knew the answer already.
You did?
I figured it out. I was just like, and I was just like, that's such a bad pun.
It's like luck. Something luck.
Yeah.
Lucian.
I will try a riddle.
Yes! What can close, but not lock?
A door without a lock.
I mean, technically, that's not what I was thinking of. But okay, yes, fine. Rest of you!
Riddle?
Who fights from darkness with magic and weapons? Dominated by ladies.
Lucy just leans
I
forward.
mean, me.
Oh! Like, doesn't say you can pass, but you get the feeling you can pass. He's like,
Yeah, I just walk
he's
through.
too stunned to say anything
It's
about it.
just like bottom.
Can I, from observing this,
Hmm.
get the gist that I can
Yeah, you get the
also
sense.
just fuck with it? Yeah.
Yeah, you could probably be fine.
Okay. I'll take a riddle as well, I suppose.
Very well, this one's very challenging. Face
No.
of eagle and claws with legs of lion and wings of eagle. What am I?
Griffin.
Wait, what's the other half?
Isn't a griffin like a head of an eagle? Oh no, you said head of an eagle.
Right. What?
So
Oren's like, she got it. We can go.
you said
And he's like, yeah, sure. Right. He's gonna out of the way and be like, go! Tell none of your success! It would ruin our reputation and give others false hope to pass unharmed.
But wouldn't you want false hope just so you can have more toes?
No,
But
we
you
don't
get-
want any of this. None of this. Quiet you. Go away. No more disrespect. He just turns invisible. Sonari?
No.
I disrespect your bridge.
I
Sonari?
just go
Sonari's up.
I was going to ask him what they call their group so we can't spread the word.
There's a, like,
We can't
there's
spread
the,
the
like, it's farther away, and they're just like, never mind that, just go.
They're just so done with us.
Yeah, a well done persuasion check by Ravi during the night on one of their scouts got clued in early to their riddles, and not as challenging as they thought it would have been. So, you all move. You can either move like fast and hard through the forest to try to get to your next destination before nightfall, or you can just go at a normal pace and keep
feel like
relatively
trying to
quiet.
go that.
Huh? Who?
I feel like Oren's trying to go the fast pace.
Fast pace.
To get rid of us.
Yeah, to get away from us as soon as possible.
Right. There's a kind of a faster paced movement, but not too crazy. I need a pair of survival checks. So whoever two would like to get in on that.
Not
I will.
All right.
I will too. I'm decent at them. Until now, that's a 5.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
The duality of man.
Yes. Yes. The two of you with conflicting information leave Oren to his own devices on deciding exactly which path is the best one to take to get down out of these cliffs. He decides on a couple of different splits in the road, and you all fail to make it to town before nightfall. He's like, all
Oren
right,
looks
my
really
best
depressed.
my best guess is like another hour, but an hour in the dark with who knows what isn't always a great idea. What do you guys think?
I see.
I'm fine camping out.
Camp?
Yeah, one more night
Yeah.
out.
All right, sounds good. Pulls aside to a little spot in the woods, a little camping spot. There is no previously established fire here, but there is a little nook to kind of hide away in. You all pull aside, probably thankful that the sprite scenario didn't actually turn into a battle. Who knows how that would have gone. Enemies that can turn invisible are always complicated.
Yeah, and I don't have blind sight yet.
Who would take the first watch?
I will.
Charlie up.
Okay.
Charlie, roll me a d12.
Also, during this watch, I want to try and steal that crown from Orin. That's a 3.
A 3. Okay. So, Orin beds down. He's happy to try to get some sleep. Go ahead and make your sleight of hand check with advantage as he is unconscious.
Oh, it's not caught. Sweet. 28.
Shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
only a 28, huh?
28. And with since you can do that as a bonus action, it's really pretty straightforward for you to like, just like, and pocket that off to the side.
Won't he notice?
What? With Lucian?
Probably.
Yeah. Go ahead and make perception check.
Me?
I think they were meaning.
Yeah, What?
I think they were meaning won't Aura notice when he wakes up.
Probably. But Lucian, go ahead and make a perception check. Technically, you're meditating.
That is a shit. Am I? I always forget if I'm.
You don't know.
Yes, I am.
Or you
So
have
that
proficiency,
is a 17.
17. You do not notice.
I don't care even if I had noticed.
Yep.
Fuck this guy.
Oh.
We must save him. He's the most important thing ever. And fuck this guy.
I mean, Ravi still. I mean, I still think he must be protected at all costs.
I think he's an adorable.
But the best
I'm
thing
not
for
gonna-
him, the best thing for him at this point is leaving us.
I don't
Yes.
want him to. I don't want him to die, but I do think we need that more than him because all of us are dumb as shit.
He is
all of
unsafe
you
with
are
us.
And ironically,
Yeah,
the one I assume you would give it to is the one that isn't dumb as shit. But I digress. So, Charlie, make a perception check.
Not bad.
Ooh.
18.
18. You you don't have dark visions. You're relying on the very low light of what like moon and starlight kind of peeks through the cloud cover, and a little bit of light from the fire. The road that's about 20 feet away from where you've all made your little fire and camp. You see, kind of just entering the field of vision, someone in just like a tattered robe. Looks like pretty desperate. They're around your size, and they just like stumble and like fall to the ground, and you kind of can hear just like the whimper of like a young woman who's just like tripped and skinned a knee and is just probably leaving some kind of horrible situation. Heading southward, kind of the direction you all came from.
I'll grab my short bow and just have an arrow ready.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll go close-ish and
Get
what's going on?
10, 15 feet away or something, and
Yeah.
and you can see there's you start to think this might be a younger this might be like a younger human girl, because it's they're around your size, but they have this large doll that you're looking at, which you start to make the connection to as like with the head of the doll kind of like slinking over the shoulder, and where you expect to catch the reflection of like buttons or glass eyes or something, you just see these sunken cavities that just are shadow at the back end of it,
Nightmarish.
and there's just a like, I can't even be me anymore. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Are we all rolling initiative?
Not yet.
Oh, I get it with advantage anyway. What am I
yeah,
doing?
that's true.
20. Dirty 20.
Ooh. Oh, jeez.
I was about to make a reference to something so specific that only, like, the people who made this short film with me would know. It's like, I was about to make a reference, and it's just like, oh, wait. Literally no one would know that.
Alright. So, Charlie, you are first to go as they are
Nice.
kind of whipping around towards you. But yeah, that is your go.
Hey, big invisible ghost man! Just found your girl. Hell, and then I just run away back towards the camp.
To run towards the camp. People make perception checks with disadvantage, except for Lucian is just a straight roll.
Mm.
Jeez.
2 and a 3.
That's
for
a
us.
25.
6.
9.
25.
And 25. So that's everyone except Oren.
Oh.
Here's the screaming
really?
of Charlie and is awoken.
Screaming.
So the rest
with
of
a
you will
6.
need to roll initiative, although you'll still be surprised for the turn.
There.
17.
Nice.
20 total.
Nice.
11.
Okay. So surprise. And unconscious, Oren. Immediately after that, Charlie, Charlie, you can hear the scramble and dragging of a body as dirt is kicked backwards as this thing just and is you can hear its ghastly inhale as it's getting closer and closer and closer. Gets to would catch up with you if it weren't for your ability to like move, bonus action, dash, and just like get back in camp.
I pee a little bit.
Right. You run back into camp yelling as people are like, huh? Start to wake up. It's a creature it can see within 60 feet. That would still be Charlie. Charlie, make a Constitution saving throw.
Come on, Nightingale. Ooh, 14.
14 is a success. Meaning half damage.
Uh-huh.
Do I have any things yet? I can't do uncanny dodge.
No,
It's
evasion.
psychic. I don't have
Yeah,
evasion.
evasion.
That
Only a
is,
dex save.
you take 12 necrotic damage, as it just looking at you is causing your form to wither. You feel all of the skin on like the back of your hands just like go dry and chap.
Horrifying.
Your legs get weak. This thing is like just drains the life force right out of you.
Charlie
The
pees a
reverse-
little bit more.
The reverse of Slast.
It is. It moves up to like just outside the camp, and then it
Oh no.
activates just the shadows around everything. Kind of just start to like hum and drain, and everyone can feel just like this presence that's just draining on them, just being near this thing.
Yikes.
Everyone is surprised. Oren is still unconscious, but it comes back to Charlie and Sonari both kind of going before it can go again. So, Sonari, you sit awake, axe next to you. Charlie, you can decide to do a thing.
Not hearing anything from the big invisible man, I'm gonna go grab the piece of paper that he gave to me and just write help in big letters on it and like hope that does something.
Sure. Now, a question is whether or not you're keeping your wits about you, kind of, and keeping an eye on this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make a Constitution saving throw.
11.
Ugh.
You are keeping an eye on it because this thing is scary and attacking. But you, as you're looking back and forth, digging out that paper, looking to scrawl something on it, you catch just like the glint of its eyes from underneath this like ragged hood, and it is attempting to use a death gaze on you.
Death gaze.
Spooky.
Now
Dies instantly.
you failed, but not by enough to go instantly to 0.
Oh!
So you just take.
So, like, not even a joke.
So you take 13 necrotic damage.
I'm down anyway.
Oh, no!
That was exactly how many hit points I had left.
No!
Okay.
Nice.
Well...
Sonara, you watch as Charlie, like, looking up at this creature, just like, and like falls over.
Huh? Oh.
Like the breath is just like pulled out and just falls unconscious.
Can't see the creature, yeah?
You can catch that there's a creature. You can decide to avert your gaze because it looked like as she locked eyes, this thing happened. That is up to you if you want to do that. You imagine it's going to be hard to fight if you're not looking at it.
Yeah. I will just go ahead and I will look at it.
All right, you'll need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Constitution.
You're a barbarian. Hopefully you're good at that.
It's a 19.
Nice. You don't even take the damage.
Okay,
Nice.
Can I, upon seeing this, rage and
Mhm.
throw a javelin?
It's within 30 feet of you. You can just get on it with your axe.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you want to be close to
I
it.
want to be close to it is the thing.
You got that
I just
axe.
thought,
Well, there's an effect, but the radius of the effect is you don't know if you're going to be hit by it within 30 feet, within 100 feet. You don't know the range of it. Plus, it's, you haven't even seen what it does yet. You don't know if it's something to even be worried about necessarily.
Yeah.
Up to you.
my first instinct was to just throw the javelin, see
Javelin. Cool.
semi in distance.
Rage.
Knowing.
Yeah, that is a javelin attack, which I believe is still a strength attack for you. So
All right.
D20 plus a whatever your strength mod and your proficiency.
That was a natural 1, so
Oh no!
gonna go with a.
Kind of like you do have another
Lost
attack
forever.
and you have another javelin. So
I'm gonna use the other javelin. Yeah.
or if you want to switch and like be like javelins, like you throw and it's just like I imagine you throw it and the javelin like goes sideways midair and like goes like just like, and like falls down.
Clearly, I don't know how to throw this.
Right.
Um.
But you can switch to axe or you can go javelin again.
God. I'll get the axe out. By the way, I'm going with the tail again for this rage.
Nice. Rage tail whips out.
Yeah,
Run
that's a
up on
lot better.
it.
Come up with the 19.
19 is a hit, and do you want to
Nice.
let
Okay.
the jaws clamp down?
Yes, I feel like we're gonna go for that. Right? Yeah. This is D12. Yeah.
Yep, D12, strength modifier, +2 for rage.
9 plus 4, 13, 15.
15 damage, alright. You see the teeth just... And you go to, like, pull it to the ground, it plants an arm, and then it just, like, kind of looks up and just like...
Ooh.
I don't like it.
Neither do
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
You have a little more movement, but you probably just want to hang put and wail on it next chance you get.
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Now, ending your turn within range of its aura of annihilation, you take another 5 necrotic damage.
Damn.
You don't have resistance on that, so
Oh,
it's straight 5.
I
That
don't
doesn't
like.
sound like fun.
Does not. Charlie, you also took 5 necrotic damage at the end of your turn, which just drops you a death save.
Hey Charlie, I have a present for you.
Yeah, same. I got you. I got you, fam.
This creature.
Thanks, guys.
This creature is like. It just like goes to like punch you.
I'll like it. I don't
That's
like
a
it.
17 to hit.
Don't like it.
So, or me, I'm the one close to it. Yeah.
It goes to hit Sonari. I believe
It would hit, but with the tail, I have a reaction.
you do. You would go for it.
Cool.
You roll like a
Which I need to understand what it is, though.
roll a D8, I believe, and you add that to your armor class. So I think you have.
Yes.
So you have a 14.
Yeah. Nice. Plus, I have a 20 now.
That makes it miss. So you all watch this as those of you just woke. You guys wake up and go like, "What's even ah!" And Sonari, like a javelin kind of awkwardly clank off of it, and then running in with the axe, which kind of like bites and rips away some of the flesh of this thing that's dragging this like what you can kind of see is like a blonde halfling that just has these like sunken, non-existent eyes and this like open mouth that's just like shadow going down into the back of the mouth, and then the creature itself,
Like real halfling?
like an actual halfling. Like there is a halfling woman that is just ragdolled, but is being dragged along like a doll in this thing's hand.
I love that for us,
Oh.
you know?
Already don't like blondes. Let's
But-
just...
The fist comes in to like punch Sonari back after the axe strike, and the tail just like wraps around the arm and like throws it out of the way. In a neat little badass barbarian manticore like
Sick.
person. But there you have it. That's it. It goes over to Lucian.
Okay, I'm just gonna start leaning into what I originally had planned for Lucian. Lucian's just gonna does a couple hand side. Oh,
First, a question of whether or not you are avoiding looking at this thing. You imagine it's gonna be hard to target.
I don't think anyone said not to at this point.
Yeah.
I kind of just
Yeah.
decide, checking in basically at the start of people's turns, but
yeah, I guess I'll look at it.
so you'll be looking at. All right, Constitution.
I don't know. I don't know not to look at it.
Mhm.
That's a 17.
17. You catch the glint of the eyes, and you feel yourself almost instinctively throw up, but you hold it back and are not affected. You imagine there's catching eye lock with this thing is causing you some problems, but you are free to act.
Okay, Lucian just is going to do a couple hand signs, and I'm going to use Healing Light,
Nice.
which as a bonus action I can roll some dice and heal a person. I'm going to roll 2d6.
Nice.
Hey Charlie, how does 9 hit points feel?
Feels pretty good.
Alive again?
Okay, and then with
It's
Charlie,
my-
you regain consciousness with catching the last little bit of light exiting the hand of Lucian into your form, giving you.
Don't look at it!
Too late!
Oh, shit.
And then Lucian's just gonna continue the hand signs and then cast Sacred Flame.
Nice. Cool. Yep. Go
right,
for
yeah.
it.
Okay.
I forgot
It's
that healing light was a bonus action.
yeah.
Elan's bonus action, and then Sacred Flame is
Yeah.
an action.
Yes, but I can only do it once.
It's also Sacred Flame, or not Sacred Flame, but Healing Light's not a spell, so you are not restricted
Yeah.
to like 2 spells around kind of thing.
Yeah, that's why it's so good.
It's super great.
I actually need a Dexterity saving throw.
Dex saving throw. I was just checking if it has anything special about Radiant, which does not. That is a Dex save of 18.
Damn it, I missed.
You see it. You see the sacred flame, like just gout out at it, illuminating it a little bit, and you see it like do that like backflip into a handstand into regaining its feet. This thing seems pretty acrobatic.
Cool.
I have many questions.
It's just like
Okay, and I end my turn. By the way, I can only do that healing thing once.
Technically, you could have done it twice, but you decided to do it once.
I mean,
And
I do.
John?
I'm going to avoid looking at it. I'm gonna like shield my eyes because I heard Charlie say that.
Mhm.
Am I able to get into like flanking position with Sonari?
Yeah, I might be able to. Lucian, also, you take 5 necrotic damage at the end of your turn.
I figured.
Yeah. So you move forward to try to make feel your way over to flanking. Trying to listen and figure out the spot. You draw your.
I'm like
rapier.
looking at the ground, but not the thing.
Right. You think you got yourself into flanking position? Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
You can go for it.
I'll take a swing.
All right. Straight roll. The advantage and disadvantage cancel each other out.
Hey, I
So-
did get it.
Regular roll.
So that is with the ooh. Can I bonus action hex it first?
Do you have to see a creature that you're hexing?
I think I do.
Mm.
So
You could just look at its feet.
Nope. It's you're looking at it or you're not.
I will not do that, but it is a. I got distracted. Dirty 20 to hit.
Nice. That does hit. Roll the damage.
All right. So that.
Roll the damage.
Ooh. It's a 10 damage,
10. All right.
and I will. Sure, I'll defensive flourish it.
Nice.
So it's gonna take an extra D8 damage, and then I get to add that to my DC. Sorry, AC.
Cool.
So take 6 more damage, and my AC is now 20.
It's starting to look a little hurt. All right. Well, not that you would know. You're not looking at it. Coming back around to...
Just kind of like swinging. It's like,
Yeah. Ravi, you do feel your energy drain out of you. Take another 5 necrotic damage just for being around it. Charlie and Sonari.
I'm gonna keep doing what I was trying to do, seeing that the big guy still didn't. I'm just gonna strike help on that note while still calling out for this dude.
I'll say with your fast hands, you do that with a bonus action. You just kind of like quickly like draw, help! You take that half second and realize this isn't magic paper. This is just parchment. It was a literal note that was left. You don't think there's anything magic gonna happen?
The big dude, I just. I'm gonna kill this chick, and then I turn around and I shoot her.
So you are going to look at it?
No, I'll do it with disadvantage.
Okay. Blindly
But
turning
it's-
around.
I'll
Oh,
use.
but
I think it's there.
use
Huh?
Steady
But you
aim
wrote the
to
thing.
make it a normal roll.
You're not gonna be able to steady aim without looking at it.
Damn. Okay.
I don't know that there's technically a rule about that, but there's gotta be. So it's disadvantage.
Yeah, the
14 to hit.
14 just misses.
Ah.
The Ravi and Sonari both kind of hear an arrow fly past. Not sure about how close it got to either of you, but it definitely missed. All right, and Charlie, take another 5 points of necrotic damage.
I'm not
Oh,
looking
dear.
good, guys.
You should run.
Sonari, you can decide if you want to be looking at it or not.
I would like to not look at it, but could I not look at it, swing around and like hit it with my tail?
Well, you're either looking at it or not looking at it. So it's a
Yeah.
the attacks don't matter as much. It's just
Okay,
you're either
okay.
gonna have disadvantage on your attacks, or you're gonna need to make the Constitution saving throw for keeping your eyes peeled on the situation. You are flanking with someone, you believe, so it would kind of cancel out to a straight roll.
Okay.
But or you could have advantage, so it's a trade-off.
Yeah.
Are you gonna look or not? Is the question.
And I am raging. I'm gonna look.
All right, make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
You get advantage on the attacks, so.
Yeah.
You,
That's a 17.
yeah, that is
Less
all
than
clear.
4.
You do. It does like look at you, and you feel the sickness kind of go over you, but you're just like, no, this wolf's hungry. Axe is it would be chomping at the bit, but its mouth is shut because it hasn't crit anything.
Haha.
But yeah, you have advantage, so whatever you want to attack it with.
Hey, I'll take the axe.
Axe.
It's my favorite new tool. All right, that's a 19 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit for sure.
And then
Noise.
the 12.
Good.
12 damage.
All right. And then you have your next attack as well.
Yeah, swing again.
Mm-hmm.
That's significantly worse.
Ooh.
But oh wait, you said was it 15?
15 does just hit.
Nice.
Yeah!
All right there, and 9 plus 6, 15 damage.
15 damage. Most people are not looking, so they don't see what you do. But you manage to catch a shoulder and then bring up the axe into the ribcage. Gets in pretty deep, and you think it's like, you're not sure whether or not it's going to take it down, and you just push it a little harder with the rage,
Cool.
and then pull the axe out, and it falls to the ground, face down into the dirt, kind of claws its way over to and hugs the sunk in eyes and mouth of this halfling doll, for lack of a better term, and then lets out just a horrifying wheeze as it dies there on the ground.
Is it dead?
I mean, it's down.
Did you kill it?
I heard it thump.
Oh, all right.
Everybody has that moment where
I'm
it's like,
trusting you, opening my eyes.
yes, you all take a moment and realize it is dead, laying on top of this very odd doll.
That's cursed.
Yeah, very cursed.
I'll just get my tinderbox and like burn it.
You go to start
just
doing
in
some
case.
sparks. Make a
Yeah.
make like an investigation check for me.
Okay.
Can I try and figure out what this thing is?
Yeah, investigation check.
Or was?
Yeah,
As will I.
11.
11.
Not sure what it is.
Or
I-
20. Oh, there it is. Investigation.
16.
Is it investigation that I have advantage on as well?
I believe so.
I think it's perception and insight, isn't it?
No,
Oh,
It's not. It's
not
definitely not perception.
okay.
I think it's inside
So then it is
investigation.
investigation.
That is a flat 16.
Cuckoo. Yeah, between everybody kind of taking a look, keeping it kind of face down as you all pull aside and set up to pull up over, probably close away from your camp a little bit with some wood to like burn it. You do find there is a small journal on the creature. And looking at it more closely, this is the doll is a halfling woman. It's kept from like rotting, it seems, through some sort of magic. like
But it's definitely
maintained,
dead.
but the eyes have been like long removed, and there is like a small amount of like magic shadow at the back of the eye socket that also exists at the back of the mouth. Um,
Mm-mm.
so there is a small journal on the creature, and then there is this well-dressed halfling woman that has been something has happened. Lucian, yeah.
I'm gonna start trying to give the halfling woman a proper burial.
Yeah, get out some implements. Start trying to dig some dirt out. Who's doing what else?
I don't like it. I'm gonna try and sleep again.
You're like,
I don't think I can sleep after that.
Speaking of sleep, I love how Orin slept through all of this.
Yeah,
I was gonna kick him awake. I forgot. I was gonna. Oh well.
Mm-mm.
Eventually it's just like.
Oh, I didn't. I forgot to. But...
Oh wait, I forgot he has disadvantage because he is asleep. Ravi, you like get into your bedroll, and you see Orin is like, eh? Are you okay?
Seriously, that woke you up?
What? What's going on? Oh. Let's see.
Might as well identify.
This thing.
Might as well identify that one if you can. And I point to like the halfling woman.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Kind of gets up. Kit just grabs his like axe. He doesn't take time to put his armor on, but walks over and is like, "Are we good? Did anything else? Oh God. Okay. Oh gods. All right. Here we go." Gets his book out and runs an identify. Like,
11 minutes later.
right? Yeah. 11 minutes later. Probably almost enough time if Lucian's working pretty hard at it, getting at least a shallow burial going. It's like this is like a person. They've been enchanted. It looks like with like a couple things. It looks so kind of like
Are
pats,
they
like pats a shoulder,
alive?
and the body just like stands up to be standing, and it's just like and like goes and like shakes her hand, and it goes, "Hi, how are you today? I hope your day's been excellent."
I drew this shit. Where is it?
Nah.
So that's
No,
what I'm
no,
imagining.
sister.
Bro.
You ain't
If
giving
you
me
mix
no
the two of them
secondary
together,
location.
that's what you would get, because one's got the hood and the other one's got the sunken like eyes and mouth. He's just like, yeah, it's real like, I don't get what and he taps a shoe and it's just like.
This is a
And it's like-
perversion of life and death.
Yeah, and you have to imagine Oren with like this dancing like halfling dead lady. Yeah, this was like a person, and it's been like enchanted with a bunch of stuff, but nothing
This is
like
not-
there's nothing.
Why would
someone-
It's for someone's entertainment. It looks like.
This is super fucked up.
But
Ravi?
like they're not alive anymore.
No, they've got hit with
Right.
a gentle repose, kind of like a permanent one that just like keeps them
Okay.
from decaying at all ever. It's usually used to like preserve someone to be resurrected. Like some resurrection magics can only happen within a minute, but if you hit somebody with a gentle repose, they'll preserve them until you can get them somewhere. Sonari,
Is there a way to like?
Sorry, what? Oh,
Sorry.
Sonari?
Will it know anything? Like, can we ask it questions?
No, it's dead. These are all automated
It's gone.
responses.
Okay.
I picked up a couple of instructions from the Identify of like ways to get it to dance and how to say hello and ask how your day is.
Okay.
How to stand. Like there's commands basically all over it. They essentially turned this person into a doll.
I feel extremely
Oh,
repulsed.
This is I don't like it.
Yeah.
Same here.
Who would
Do you
do
know?
like who would? I don't know who would do this. This is.
Sam.
I hope we don't run into him. This sounds god awful.
Agreed.
Harley, I'm assuming you just bumped into this in your watch.
I think I peed my pants a little, and I'm gonna walk into the trees a little bit.
Get a change of trousers.
Oh dear.
Lucian?
I'm gonna look at Orange and just be like, do you know how to just permanently turn it off?
I don't have. You would need a dispel magic, and you'd have to do a pretty good job overtaking whatever enchantment got laid by whoever made it.
If we bury it,
If we bury it, it
because
won't let
the,
it up, right?
Someone preserved a corpse and then enchanted it to be a doll.
I fixed it. There it is.
Yeah.
Even
Oh
worse.
yay! Thank God you fixed that.
Yay!
Never show that to me again.
Mhm.
And I can't stress enough.
That's-
Very nice
that's-
outfit. Well dressed, like a noble going to a party.
Cool.
I hate
I
that.
like that. Cool.
I'm putting it in the ground.
I'll
I
give her
have to go
earrings and a
put
necklace.
This whole time, people are discussing just.
Turn that off. Turn that shit off. It's gone.
No.
Yeah. And he goes and like taps the shoe. It's is there anything else I could do to keep you entertained?
Lay in the hole.
Sleep. Just go to bed.
I am
Oh,
burying this thing.
I think that's it. Actually, okay. Weird thing. I have a chest in my inventory because that's some of my starting equipment. Can we
You're not. No.
can we
no.
put it in the chest and then bury it? Like, close and lock the chest and then bury the chest.
Yes. Let's do that.
Is it small enough to do that, Jeff?
A chest you would have been carrying on you this whole time. It's probably like this big. This is
It's a
it's a halfling.
it's
but
a
person.
25-pound chest.
No, it's more than. Pretty sure that halfling is more.
My 11-year-old halfling is 20 pounds.
No, well, like
Maybe.
no, sorry. It's not that the chest can hold 25 pounds.
It's
It is
weighs.
25 pounds.
Yeah.
The chest can hold 12 cubic feet
Oh no. Okay. Yeah.
or 300 pounds
You've
of
had this
gear.
massive chest on with you this whole time. Yeah. I don't know what else you were keeping in there. But you can
The
just
rest of my stuff.
you just pull that out of the cart. Oh, I gotta look something up.
I just have my like Harry Potter trunk.
Right. This might matter a little bit. Oh, okay. You all look over at the mule that you had for carrying the cart, and that mule is nearly dead.
Can I cast Cure Wounds on the donkey?
Actually, I would have to roll its initiative to make sure. Okay, no, nearly dead.
It's initiative.
If it had too high of an initiative, it would have been hit 3 times by the thing, and it would be dead.
Oh no.
Cast Cure Wounds on our donkey?
Sure,
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
go for it.
Did we?
Yep.
Did I miss this? And we already asked if the bunny is okay.
The oh yes, the bunny.
No, it's not. It
Uh,
has like, doesn't it have like 5 hit points?
So, Lucian, you realize that you haven't checked on the bunny yet. So bunny needs to make death saves and see whether or not it's still alive by the time you decide to check on it. Fail. That's a success. Oh, so it's range. That's another fail. That's another success. Natural 20.
I'd like to know that I asked.
You have that moment where you're just like, the bunny, and the bunny's like,
I just hold him in my arms and just like, it's okay.
So sorry,
make an
I'm so
animal,
sorry.
make an animal handling check.
15?
You go to reach for the bunny, and it darts into the woods. Just
Bye.
immediately.
I put my hand on Lucian's shoulder. It's like,
It was for the best.
yeah,
I'm going to bed.
probably. Good night.
Sorry, buddy. A night of losses.
A night of losses.
Wait. I'm in the woods peeing. Does it come near me? Can I catch it?
Make a perception check.
Please.
Come on,
If there
Nightingale.
was ever a time.
16.
You hear a rustle, and you go to look, and your lack of dark vision means you cannot see the bunny run past. Don't catch eyes on exactly where it is.
If I heard something rustling near me when I was peeing, I would probably kick it.
Right. Make an attack roll with disadvantage.
You're gonna kill the bunny.
St. George!
Not St. George.
8.
8. You missed the bunny. However,
Oh.
1 point of damage would have knocked it back to 0 and that it start dying again.
Yeah.
We just hear Charlie off in the bushes a little bit, just.
Right. Is anybody? Did anybody check the journal that was on a creature?
I'll
I
check.
do pick it up. Okay.
Do you speak halfling?
I do not.
Neither do I.
You're like,
I'll hang
I
on
don't
to
know
it for
this
Charlie.
language, and then you look at it and go, I don't know this language. Charlie, you finish peeing. Grab a change of. Oren is ready with a change of trousers as you walk back towards the camp area, and not looking, just handing them towards you. And then you are promptly rushed by people handing you a journal.
Can I just read it in the morning? Man, that sucked.
Yeah,
that's
good. That's
Morning
a good
fun.
idea. I just lost my rabbit.
Okay, there were raccoons digging through our shit, so watch for a good night. I just go to bed.
Lucian's actually just gonna sleep for once. They're just too exhausted to meditate even.
Ravi is just like blankets, just.
Who's taking watch?
Oren's like, I mean, I'm up. I can take a mid-watch. It's
I
fine."
guess I will, since I will not be sleeping for a bit.
Oh, wait.
Rad.
That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
You froze again there, Jonah.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, he's just playing the doll. So,
There,
said,
is that better?
I will not be sleeping
yeah,
for
oh,
a
sorry,
bit, so I will.
my forced perspective made the necklace into legs
Sorry.
and the shoulders into arms, and I was just like, I was like, she's not the Jaw Titan.
Was that an anime reference?
I
So
suppose not
you
look,
all
so.
start a bonfire to burn the kind of small to medium size undead creature that kind of jumped you all here in the night. Oren and probably somebody else are keeping an eye on that as that's happening. You have dug a grave and buried the large chest containing now the enchanted halfling body, and Charlie is in possession of the journal. Charlie, do you look at the journal at all? Will you sneak a peek, or what's happening?
No, I'll wait until morning. Like I'm actually just going to bed.
Oh, gotcha. You do see on the outside is oop-a-doop-boop. I have a note. It is the Journal of Gilly of Lamour.
Okay.
And that is the note. So, that is the note we will also call it a night on. Some people watching a semi-horrific fire going with shadow and nastiness trickling up into the air. Everyone pretty worse for wear. Lucian, yes.
Did we bury the doll thing?
Yes. In the chest, in the ground. It is well buried.
I made a little cross.
Hopefully it doesn't get Jumanji'd. No, don't cross it.
Good idea.
Leave it unmarked.
Yeah, unmarked, but that's not proper burial. Okay.
I mean, you also don't necessarily know the name of the.
Yeah,
of this person's
don't
wife.
want anyone. I personally don't want anyone digging this up.
Neither do I.
People go around digging bodies. Yeah, never mind. Freaks out there.
Later in the night, at some point, Ravi is gonna have a watch. Ravi, make a perception check when you go to watch.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like a nightmare or something, and I was like, oh no.
Here we go. Cutscene.
A 10.
A 10. You faintly hear something, like almost like footsteps, but they're too far off for you to like make out where they're coming from exactly. You do like a look around. You're not sure, but they don't stop.
They're just like all around.
Make an investigation check if you're trying to like narrow it down.
It's a natural 1.
You can't figure it out. You kind of walk around a little bit, and you keep like not placing the sound, and you, on your own accord, you're not figuring out like where it's coming from.
Probably just gonna sit near the campfire, moderately terrified, with his rapier in his lap.
The end of your watch comes. Lucian and Sonari kind of take point. Both of you make a perception check.
That's a 9.
I have a 16.
Lucian, also, you hear this like, just like, not thud even, just like tapping.
I'm going to go investigate the grave that I made.
Sonara, you hear a tapping, and you immediately notice the direction it's coming from, which is from the grave. Lucian, you go up and your passive investigation was high enough.
Oh no! Ah!
There is a like.
I hate it.
There's a tapping on the wood from under the dirt and ground. You can just barely hear it through the dirt and the wood.
Shit. It's just gonna keep doing that. It's gonna get dug up eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe it's trying to return to whoever made it?
You do kind of like meander over by the road. By the time you get to the road, you can't hear it. And then as you get closer, you're kind of like, all right, so it's possible somebody walking by would hear it. Somebody more in the campsite would definitely, catch the tapping. Assuming it goes forever.
And that is the assumption we're running on right now.
I believe so. But that seems like a good place to call it.
Nightmare.
Awaken in the morning with the knowledge that this thing is tapping on the box from the inside.
God.
Nightmare.
Yes, nightmare creature. Nightmare.
And now I'm gonna go to
Joseph.
sleep.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Dude, I'm gonna
If I
need
have
to
nightmares,
decompress.
Jeff, I blame you.
I accept
It's
it.
your fault.
I will immediately text a chat the minute I wake up.
That's not all
But
from
also-
my imagination.
Well, yeah, also our collective imagination.
Just the the only part that's stuff purely from my brain is the doll. So all of the worst parts.
Yeah.
Great. Great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
although that is the mark of being a great DM, you know. If you give your players nightmares.
You have real world trauma.
actual
after the
real
game.
world nightmares, then yes.
Give your players actual trauma.
Right.
You are a true DM. You're not a true
Oh,
DM.
God.
You give your players trauma.
Achievement unlocked. Real human harm.
Achievement unlocked. Committed a war crime.
Achievement. My Steam notification.
Oh, good times. Well, we'll see what mysteries can be uncovered about the thing that's really weird. I wasn't sure what voice we're going to go into
God.
that, so there we go.
Literally, it's just Jumanji.
Horny on main goblins into disturbing people dolls.
I just got whiplash.
We've had a night. All right. A town on the horizon that may be a respite from the craziness of the woods of the winding road. Probably not quite to the dwarven metropolis that is Adrumm. They may be a little ways away from actually entering that main area, but hopefully a small amount of civilization will be a respite to all this craziness. Oh, and we've lost people.
Oh, dear.
I'm Charlie now.
Oh no!
Here I am. I'm back.
Oh yay! All right, we are going to end the stream there, and we will see you all next week. And,
Remember your fingering.
And I get
And
to.
it's okay to be horny on main.
And it's totally fine to get horny on main, and I get. I'm signed up to get a vaccine. Before next session,
Nice.
and we'll. Yeah. I
I
might
should
be
be
able to
nice.
take my children to hug my parents.
I should be able to get one
Uh,
soon, which is super exciting.
Yeah.
'cause
I get my second dose next Thursday.
Yeah.
Hell
We'll
yeah.
see when I get mine. I'm signed
Yeah.
up and
You'll-
have a condition, so maybe I will get one sooner. But
I'm a frontline worker.
Canada.
so-
I'm just the guy.
I have to wait.
I'm just a boy, looking at D&D players who've been recently traumatized by an animated person doll that I made up, and I don't know where that came from, and I've not been to therapy, and I should probably go. All right, y'all. We'll see you next
I
week.
do need therapy.
Stopping the stream. Bye.